regardless. Yeah, running my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah, running my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah, and how good they judge me, oh, but they don't know.
Setting Dylan Gabriel up. Take the biggest L out of
Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest, and I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, running my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah, running my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah, and how good they judge me, oh, but they don't know. Look at what I did, look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest, and I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, running my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah, running my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah, and how good they judge me, oh, but they don't know.
Setting Dylan Gabriel up. Take the biggest L out of
Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest, and I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, running my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah, running my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah, and how good they judge me, oh, but they don't know. Look at what I did, look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest, and I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, running my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah, running my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah, and how good they judge me, oh, but they don't know.
Setting Dylan Gabriel up. Take the biggest L out of
Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest, and I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, running my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah, running my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah, and how good they judge me, oh, but they don't know. Look at what I did, look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest, and I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, running my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah, running my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah, and how good they judge me, oh.
What is going on, everybody? What is going on? How you feeling today on this Friday? June is running by. It is already June 12th. Just a month is blown by, not taking any time. The month seems like it's on fast forward. But we enjoying the summer. The heat is out. The heat is out. All right, let's see. All right, sound check is good. So let me get this down. Let's get this down. All right, there we go. All right, let's lock in. Let's get focused. All right, y'all. We got a great show today. Mandatory minicamp is over. We heard a lot from position coaches. We heard from Deshaun for the first time in a long time. We heard from Shedeur. We got a Shedeur interview. So we have a lot of content to react to. We had some new stuff that popped up this morning. I watched the Cam Robinson interview this morning, so we added that to the show. Shout out to everybody on Patreon. Before a show, I don't get a lot of time to go look through everything that's happening on Patreon, but I did see a few of the things there. I saw that y'all put Andrew Berry's on 92.3 The Fan. I tried to listen to it. I wasn't able to get through it. So things that will be on Monday stream. Andrew Berry on 92.3 The Fan will be on Monday stream, just so I can get a chance to listen to it all the way through without kind of doing it on the spot, because then I don't believe I can give my clear viewpoint on it if I can't listen to it all the way through. So Monday stream will have Andrew Berry. Jared Verse, his exclusive interview where they had the season ticket holders on the screens watching. That's going to be on Monday. We're going to play like some games on Monday. Monday is just going to be chill, kind of wrap up the last of the new content that we got for things with the Browns. And then we're going to have fun. Yes. Yeah. Monday. Just letting everybody know it's going to be Monday. I'm pretty sure Monday. Today, Friday, right? Am I tripping? Don't throw me off. Let me see. Yeah, today, Friday. Yes, it's gonna be on Monday stream. So just to give you all a little insight, I kind of think about streams kind of almost two at a time. So I'm thinking about the stream and everything I'm gonna do today, everything we'll get through, and I'm thinking about the next stream and then which things I can push forward. So Monday stream is the last stream before summer break. Monday is the last stream before summer break. So kind of got some ideas. I pretty much in my mind I have that whole stream put together. So yeah, we're gonna push those things to Monday stream just so I can get a good clear view of those things before I break them down. But nonetheless, we got a great stream today. Yes, you get one more. Y'all get one more stream. Monday stream will be the last stream. I kind of had an idea that it was going to be a lot of stuff thrown at us. So since I thought it was going to be a lot of stuff thrown at us, I'm like, all right, we're going to do Monday as well. So today's stream, we're going to hear about confidence. We got Kobe coming back. R.I.P. Kobe. His words are timeless. His mindset is timeless. So we got Kobe talking about confidence and why he's confident in moments where other people might feel pressure. We are going to listen to a lot of the position coaches just kind of highlighting certain points. I'll tell y'all something about me. So it's a couple things that I enjoy. One of the things I enjoy showing y'all a video that y'all probably haven't seen anywhere else. Also, since I study the game of football differently, I enjoy when I say something due to me studying the game, and then coaches or players come in and back that up. And that happened quite a few times with the positional coaches. So kind of hype about that. You know, your boy putting in work. So we're going to get to the position coaches. Then, of course, we got Deshaun. We're going to break that down. We got Shedeur, his presser. And then also we got Shedeur and his interview with Andrew Siciliano. And I'm challenging y'all. Please work with me. Try not to throw me off with the ears. Try not to, y'all. Try not to. But I know y'all gonna do what y'all do. It's cool. It's all good. All right, y'all. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. Let's get it started. Hit the like button on the way in. Hopefully you are ready for a good stream. We're gonna get you through a couple hours of your workday, probably about a quarter of your workday. You're gonna be able to spend with us, and we're gonna keep you entertained. We are going to do like only we can, and we are going to greet everyone as they come in. I see R Jizzle in the chat. R Jizzle, I didn't forget about you and those feet. I found the sound that I was looking for. So R Jizzle will just be ready. We got Zedric in the building first. Yo, good morning, good people. Zedric, good morning. What's going on?
Cole, you stupid.
And let's go. Let's go this one.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all. What's going on, Zedric? Craig, what's going on? Good morning. D in the chat. What's going on, Craig? How you feeling, man? How you feeling? Top of the morning, everyone. Happy Feel Good Friday. What's going on, Black Pearl? Love the energy as always.
What's up? What's up? What up?
Good morning, Loretta. Hello, D in chat. Loretta, what's going on? Donnie King's tapping in from the Netherlands. What up, everybody? Donnie King, what's going on? What's going on, Felix? Hey, D. Hey, chat. GGIF. What's going on? What's going on, Dana? How you feeling today? What's going on, Dana? Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Tika, what's going on? If you were part of Patreon, you know we are talking about a lot of T.I. conversations. Rick Ross, Meek Mill in the group, in the music side of the group chat. So definitely go check out that T.I. mixtape. I don't know how that slipped past me, but I'm definitely gonna check that out this weekend. Shout out to you, Tika. Good morning.
I don't think he went to school nowhere. If he went to school, he didn't learn nothing.
He didn't learn nothing. Selma Fudd, what's going on? What up, D? You good, big dog? I am good. I'm good. Hope you are good as well. Hope you are good as well.
Here we go. Woo, woo. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woo, woo. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woo.
Yes, that is correct. We got that Monday stream for y'all. We got that Monday stream. Monday stream will be the last stream before summer break. So we got another one. CO7111, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. What is going on, CO7111? Tessa, what's going on? Hey, y'all.
Well, well, well. Well, well, well.
They pulled the red carpet for V8. They did pull out the red carpet for him. Also, in his interview, he addressed that he didn't take Dylan Gabriel's number, just snatch it off his back like some of the memes. They acknowledged the AI, and he said, nah, they worked their way through a good number. So that was good to hear that they put that to bed, even though those AI memes and clips are funny. They are funny. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. What's going on, Sharon? Sharon, how you doing? Well, well, well. Did you hear Shady was getting his info from Jessica Drop a Pass? I told you that boy has to go. I think I saw a clip or something like that on TikTok or X. I'm not sure. But of Shady saying he got his info from, he spoke to Jerry Judy. But me, not to be disrespectful, but somebody like Shady, they're not on my radar. I'm not watching them. They have shown how they view things and how easily they will turn into microphones. So people like that, I don't even see them.
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
Yeah, they got to stay on that side. I'm not watching them because they're an extension of the other microphones. R Jizzle, good morning, chat room and off the record D. R Jizzle, what's going on? R Jizzle dropped a bomb in the chat the other day. He said, "It's that time, ladies. Make sure you get them toes done." And I was looking for something. And I believe Nightcap has buried this soundbite. But you know, the internet gonna internet, and the internet is undefeated. So I got this for you, R Jizzle.
Looking at
No, I ain't looking at no feet. Nah, ain't nobody looking at no feet.
You're looking at feet?
All right.
I'm looking at feet.
Our Jizzle said, I'm looking at feet. All right, my chat just jumped a lot. Let me see where I leave off at. Where we at? Live gratefully. Good morning. How you feeling today? Charmaine, hardest working woman in Ohio. Hopefully you were enjoying that vacation, just chilling, relaxing, enjoying yourself. Good morning. Keith Hunt, Jersey in the building. Good morning, family. Hashtag New Cleveland. What's going on, Keith Hunt? Good morning.
You don't understand.
Every time I hear that, I just think about that clip. I think it's about 5 or 10 minutes with Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac, man, just one of the greats. A.M. Williams, hey D in chat. Happy Friday. What's going on, A.M. Williams? How you feeling? What is going on? We got Shanithia in the building. Good morning. Welcome to Friday. It's Friday night. Just got paid. I know the song reference now. What's going on? Good morning, Shanithia. Come to Off the Record D, where we going to read your super chats. Your voice is going to be heard. Shady has been around Echo too young. Yes, that's why I can't feed into that stuff, man. I saw it playing out and I was like, all right, I see what they own, and I can't be no part of that. I can't be no part of that. Not what they got going on. Let's see. Let's go here.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
Shout out to Donnie King stepping in from the Netherlands. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate you. Thank you. All right, let's get to the chats. Where did I leave off at? Let's see. They already know from the first conversation how I feel about feet. So you just gonna put it on the table. Talk to me about those toes. Oh man, Archers, you funny. Hope the Sanders review their relationship with Shady, which is sad because I believe Shedeur reached out to him in the past, but the fact he got his info from Judy means he picked the wrong side. Hey, I don't mind people picking a side. I don't mind people showing their hand. Just if you're gonna do that, just make sure you stay over there.
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
If you were that pressed to get insider information, if you're that pressed to say I got sources in the locker room, do it. Do it. The Cleveland media ain't learned nothing. But Shedeur about to have them people not even want to talk to him. That one lady and her brother ain't said nothing to him or ask about him. When the tables turn, everything is about leveraging power. So when the room shifts, when you see the team and the organization putting everything behind Shedeur, remember the quarterback. When they determine that you're a franchise quarterback, you're the most powerful person in that building. You make stuff happen. You make stuff move. So they just got to be ready. Just be mindful of how you treat people. Be mindful. Derek Spinner, what's going on? Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. What's going on, Derek Spinner? Dayton in the building. Deep. You start on the ladies early. I'm going to need to see the men in the gym working on them abs. Yeah, I had to let our Jizzle, I had to remind our Jizzle, I ain't forget about him. That's what that was. Yeah, definitely. Get them summer bodies right. At this point in my life, my goal is the 4-pack. I can't go for 6. I can't go for 8. My goal is the 4. If I get 4, we in there. We winning. We are winning. I can't go for that. No can do. I can't go for that. I'm with you. Black Pearl. Bernie Mac came out on fire because the comedian before him was booed off the stage. Is that why? Because he came in hot on that take. He was in New York on that set, I should say. He was in New York and he came right out and he was like, I ain't scared of you. And I was like, okay. Okay, so that's a good backstory to that. Because he came out hot on fire. So I appreciate that backstory. I appreciate that. Ivy League Mac. What's up, D in the fan? Let me find. There we go.
We do not care.
We do not care. I ain't even mad at it. It shows they have these takes to protect their sources. I'm good. They don't even believe what they say. They do not believe what they say. And once I identify that, once you turn into a microphone, just a simplified explanation of it is a person who is not speaking from their viewpoint or how they see things. They are just amplifying a message that they've heard somewhere else. So if you're wondering, like, dang, where did the microphone thing come from? Microphone, that's where it came from. When you're not saying, okay, I watched this film, I broke down this film, I watched this tape, I watched this, and then I came with my answer, you are a microphone. You're a microphone. And more than media could be microphone. Players who want to speak on things, they can turn into microphones. We've seen it happen. Cleveland media is shaking about the prospects of Shedeur freezing them out as QB1, but we do not care. Talk to them. We don't care.
We do not care.
Miss K, good morning, everyone. What's going on, Miss K? What's going on? What's going on? They seen the practice, still can see nothing positive is crazy. That much hate you have for someone on your team. Okay, supposedly #new Cleveland. For real. This is the thing. Like, that's why I wanted to make sure that I was highlighting that these people are not from Cleveland. They are not the voice of the people of Cleveland. Just to like let people know that don't try to give these content creators the power like they speak for everybody. Like they speak for everybody. They don't speak for everybody. They speak for what they see and what they are highlighting, but that is not how the city feels. That's why you never see them doing street interviews. You never see them in Cleveland talking to people. You never see it. But you might see your boy out in the city talking to people. Let's keep it moving. Those Knicks going to get it done tonight, D? I don't think they will. I think the Spurs got one more win in them. The Spurs, this should be an even series. This should be 2-2. I don't even know what I saw the other night. Them just letting them come all the way back like that. Then just the mistakes they made down the stretch. Wemby missing 2 free throws after he's been great at the free throw line. Fox and his decision-making in the fourth quarter. Them having Stephen Castle off the ball instead of running the high pick and roll with Stephen Castle and Wemby. I get he had 5 fouls, but he's more decisive in attacking the basket late in games, and they were using De'Aaron Fox to initiate the offense. Then Dylan Harper was balling, and they didn't have him initiating the offense. So many mistakes, man. So many mistakes. So even with all that being said, I think the Spurs pull it out tonight. They don't seem like a team that quits. So I see them pulling out tonight, and then I see the Knicks taking it in 6. I see the Knicks taking it in 6. Or, it's tomorrow. Yeah, it's 3 days. Okay. So if it's tomorrow, yeah, they're going to take it. Spurs going to win back home, and then I think Knicks going to put it out in 6. Good morning, D, in the chat. TGIF. What's going on, KC? How you feeling? I thought Game 5's tonight, but yeah, it's when they switch cities. I believe it's a 3-day window. Game 5 is Saturday. I'll be out in these NYC streets. I got a confession, y'all. So when I saw people who were, jumping on people for wearing Spurs jerseys and all that stuff, I'm gonna be honest, a little part of me wanted to see the Knicks lose for that. Because rooting for your team should not put you in physical harm. I am never okay with people using numbers tactics to take advantage of people. So just walking with your Spurs jersey on in New York, and then people jumping on you, 20, 30 people jumping on you, man, I can't go for that. I'm never okay with that. So I just be honest with y'all. When I saw that and I saw more of those videos, I was like, man, I hope the Knicks lose. I just got to be honest with you, tell you how I see it. I don't see the Knicks losing now, the series, but that didn't sit right with me. That didn't sit right with me. Just know I ain't got no gut, period. Plus, you don't get no 6-pack requests after 30. Man, I'm not touching that. Let's keep this thing moving. Not all people deserve a microphone or a pen just to talk or write. Hashtag NEWCLE. Talk to him, Daddy King. Talk to him. Talk to him. I think Wemby was tired in the fourth quarter. He could have been tired in the fourth quarter. I've erased it from my brain. What game for real? For real. I just watched it. I was like, what is this? What is this? Yeah. Spurs blew 2 20-plus point leads in 2 games. Yeah, this should be a 2-2 series. It should be a 2-2 series. That's the way the ball bounces. Go Knicks. Yeah, yeah. It's one of those. Like I told y'all how I feel about it. I see the Knicks winning. If I had to pick a team that I would like to win, it would have been the Spurs. But yeah, those Knicks fans were suckers for that. Real talk. Yeah, I can't go for that, man. I can't go for the way they doing people. I can't go for that. I'm never gonna be okay with people using violence just for the sake of using violence. I can't go for that. I can't go for that. I grew up in an era where it is repercussions for using violence. So in my life, I try to limit. Violence is a last resort to me. How I live today, it's a last resort. It's not a. It's never a first resort. It's a last resort. So I can't go for people doing that. I can't go for it. Maurice, what's going on? Good morning. Let's see. Man, I don't need no 6-pack. I ain't fat, stay in shape, dress nice, and always smell good. Plus, stay groomed. That's the cheat code. I think if guys learn that younger, in their 20s, like, you know, just how you present yourself, how you carry yourself goes really far. You know, they can have a little bit more success, but you know, it is what it is. You live and you get that experience. Yeah, want them to lose just for that. Beating up people just for losing while you still in the finals is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Clowns are everywhere. Most New Yorkers are not like those. I've been to New York before. I've been to New York a bunch of times. I've been to New York a couple times. Been to Times Square. Been to Madison Square Garden. Just to me, I just can't. I can't get with people doing stuff like that. I'm not saying it's everybody who wears a Knicks jersey, but I'm just being honest with you. Seeing multiple videos like that made me say, man, I want to see them lose. Be back after the meetings. All right. We'll see you soon. Sanithia. I agree, D. The Knicks fans had me pulling for the Spurs. Plus, Castle is from Covington, GA. That's about as close as a GA fan is going to a championship. I like Castle. I think he's going to grow and get better. Got to play a little bit more controlled, but I like it. I did at least want 7 games. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if the Spurs got them to win 2 games in a row. They kind of they have some mental errors and some mistakes that kind of happens. You know. But shout out to everybody rooting for the Knicks. Shout out to everybody rooting for the Knicks in the chat. Rep your squad, rep your team. Do your thing. All right, let's get this thing going. Let's get it rocking and rolling. Violence is the answer, and it's sad that fans will act like that, but it happens not just in NY, but all over. I've seen it in Texas too many times. Yeah, that's just I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of when people do stuff like that. Just I'm not a fan of it at all. Anywhere. So it's different scenarios and situations where if you're protecting your family or something like that, I get it. But just to cause a scene and cause those issues, I can't get with it. And that's anywhere. That's my stance, seeing it anywhere. So let's keep it pushing. Let's just get this thing started. Let's get it started. We got Kobe. Speaking on confidence. Let's go, Kobe. Let's see. Where we at? Let's go here. Let's get this up. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. Let's get ready for a great show. Welcome in, everybody. Hit that like button. Let's hear from Kobe. Let's go, Kobe. Talk to him.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, to me, the mentality is a really simple one in the sense that the confidence comes from preparation. So when the game's on the line, I'm not asking myself to do something that I haven't done thousands of times before, right? So when I prepare, I know what I'm capable of doing, I know what I'm comfortable doing, and I know what I'm not comfortable doing. Right? And so in those moments, if it looks like I'm ice cold or not nervous, it's because I've done it thousands of times before. So what's one more time?
His confidence comes from his preparation. When you put in the work, when you know you've done this a million times, you reviewed the film, you reviewed the tape, you know what they're going to send at you. What's one more time shooting a shot? What's one more time making a defensive stop? What's one more time making a play? So preparation is key. I believe as you get older, you realize that the more you're prepared for, the better you handle situations. The better you handle situations. That's why for me, even on stream, I try to limit just jumping into things that I haven't really watched and had a plan for to speak about. So shout out to Kobe. Shout out to Mamba Mentality. This is going to live on forever. It's going to live on forever. The Spurs gave away their own win. They were up 29. It's just slow down and run a clock for just 2 points. Yeah, I don't like the Spurs going to these moments where they just start shooting threes early in the clock, and I don't like it. They got to be able to get easier baskets. Kobe is also the reason VA wears number 8. Yes, I remember hearing him speak on that. Saying that is the reason. That is the reason. Shout out to you, Dunny Kings. All right, let's get this thing started. I'm going to show you all an example of a microphone. So sometimes I say microphone, and I know people are like, man, what does that mean? Why are you using that? This is an example of a microphone. Kind of touched on it earlier, but here we go. Good morning, Off the Record fam. Desha, what's going on? Welcome in. Glad to have you. So this is a ESPN microphone. We are not going to hear how he views it. He is going to say what he is hearing. That's a distinction. When we get up here, if y'all ask me a question, I'll tell you how I view it, how I see it. The opposite of that is you ask somebody how they see it and they say, well, this person told me this. That's a microphone. Hope you see the difference. Let's go. That's exactly what Shedeur said in his interview with the ears. Mamba mentality lives on. Yeah, Kobe's mindset, I think people are going to use that forever. It's not going to go away. Definitely part of history. Let's go.
Competition, Cleveland.
Dan, after asking around, I expect the Browns to take this not only through training camp.
He asked him how he viewed the quarterback competition in Cleveland. He didn't say, I was there. He didn't say, I watch all the clips they put out. He didn't say, I listened to what the coaches said that the guys got better at. He didn't say any of those things. He said, after asking around. That means anything he says after this is him highlighting what someone has said to him. That's what he's doing. This is a perfect example of a microphone. Let's play it.
But maybe early in preseason games, get each player a start like you see with a lot of these QB battles. They feel like they're far from finished here. They have a lot more to see, but they've noticed 2 positives. One, Deshaun Watson, they feel like he's moving around well. The mobility is getting there, coming along nicely after that Achilles issue. And then Shedeur Sanders, he might have actually impressed more so than they even thought. I was told from somebody there that he's got a presence about him, like teammates respond to him in the huddle, the way he carries himself. That is a factor in this race, so he is not going away.
Much more to come on that one.
Let me tell you his name. What is his name? Let me tell you his name. They didn't put his name there. Yeah, they didn't put his name there. I can't think of his name offhand. Is that Fowler? Yeah, I can't think of his name. I'll try to find it. I'll do a quick search and see if I can find it. Speculating facts. So I know people probably think that, why do you call people why do you call people a microphone? But these are the reasons why. You are not giving me information that you believe. You are giving me information that someone has said to you. Yeah, that's correct, Cedric. That is Jeremy Fowler. You're giving me information you've heard from someone else. So that's a microphone. That's a microphone. Monday stream, we're gonna talk a little bit more about the content creators. But this is a microphone I just wanted to show y'all. All right, let's keep it pushing. All right. We got a lot of Browns talk today. Yeah, that is Fowler. You're correct. That is Fowler. Ears was asking about the horse head. Grown got him back by saying you made it seem like I was I remember his response. But I think he said you made it seem like it was a negative thing. So I understand your sentiment, Donnie Kings. Speculation to lazy to put in the work. That's a fact. Microphones use the concept of journalism to camouflage their agendas and lack of subject matter expertise. I agree. Mike Florio did the same thing this week with his speculation, but trying to report it as fact. That is one thing I highlighted when the line leader content creator said Deshaun Watson was leading and they should let him cook. When she said that, I immediately said, first off, I said I'm not really going to talk about it because they gave her credit by saying this is a journalist just reporting when in fact that was her opinion. It was her opinion. So you lose us looking at it through the lens of journalism once you make it solely about your opinion. And that's where they got lost. So once I identify that, y'all notice I don't fall for that trap when they do that. Because what they do is they want the protection of journalism, but even though it's their opinion, so that's why they word it that way. That's why Florio did it. That's why the line leader content creator does it. Once I identify that, I don't give it no response because I don't view them as having understanding of football that I need to validate or speak on. So once we get to that point, if I don't believe you know enough about football for me to even, respond to what you were saying, that's how we got to the point where I said, I'm not going to say their names. I'm not going to show them no more. I'm not going to react to them. I'm not going to speak on them. Think about this, y'all. If you are going for any license, if you are going for a real estate license, if you are going for your insurance license to be able to sell different lines of insurance, if you do not pass your exam, people don't care about your view because it doesn't hold weight in that field. So if you're just a person who went to real estate school, couldn't pass the exam, you don't get the credibility of a person who passed the exam and is actually doing the thing. So the same way they view it and say, you know what, we're not going to view you as credible until you accomplish this. That's how I view the microphones and the content creators. I don't view them as credible because they've already shown they can't pass the football exam. So since you can't pass the football exam, I'm not going to highlight you. I'm not going to put you on thumbnails. I'm not even going to say your name. We don't even really got to talk about what you say. The only time we'll react to what you do is when you're at a press conference. So we getting the chance to explain all of the I don't want to call it the isms or all of the sayings that I've been saying a lot. We getting a chance to. Yeah, I'm I'm over that BEB. He's shady. He not going away. That little jab these commenters always take. They can't help themselves. They can't. He was the one that did the article on Watson a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it kind of just came from Watson's camp, I believe. You would think he listens better than that with those ears. Oh, I knew y'all was gonna do this. I knew it. I knew y'all was gonna do this. I knew it. I think they thought the 5th round tag will bury Shedeur by now in comparison to Deshaun's franchise contract, not considering what type of talent he was before he was even drafted. They never thought about it. Buenos freaking dias. D in chat. Brent, what's going on? How you feeling, man? How you feeling? Where we at?
Can I pet that dog?
No, he's
Can I
sleeping.
pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog? Doctors must pass medical boards, lawyers the bar, accountants the CPA exam, but sports reporters just walking their jobs. Their dads give for them, shaking my head. And if you cannot understand football, man, what we doing? I ain't gonna talk about you no more. I'm just gonna move past. I'll move past. If you weren't here early in the stream, I said there's two things that I enjoy when I'm streaming. One of them is when I show y'all a video or something that I'm assuming or y'all haven't seen before. Another thing is because I'm studying football to get a better understanding of it, I will say things based on the work I put in, and then when coaches or players say the exact same thing or describe it the same way, I feel good about that, knowing that I'm on the right track in my learning and understanding. So y'all gonna hear me mention that later on. This is Christian Jones. He is the wide receivers coach. We're going to get to all things Browns now. All things Browns. So I got it for y'all.
Let's get ready to rumble!
I'm sorry, D. The BEB is shady, so anytime he is up on the docket, it's up and stuck. Hey, it's all good. It's all good. I understand. If you notice, only certain people that I highlight them only if they are speaking to a person that we want to hear more from the person, not necessarily highlight the person asking questions, I would say. All right, so this is Christian Jones. He's going to speak on the young wide receivers, the rookie wide receivers, I should say, and what they've been able to show so far. So here we go.
Over the past even couple of weeks, can you just talk about how they're doing?
That's a great question. I think the rookies have done a good job. It's really about understanding the concepts, understanding the plays, and really it's learning the playbook. After that, they're able to play fast. Once you get them to understand the plays and how to do things the right way, you know, it's their time for their talents to shine. They've done a good job. And Casey came in the right mindset. You know, he was ready to work on what he thought was an issue coming in the draft, which were his drops. Denzel wanted to show everybody what he could do. He was really, you know, upset about where the draft landed. And they've come out and done a really good job. I'm proud of them.
I remember talking to you last.
So they are talking about the rookies. KC wanted to worry about the drops because people made a big deal about that, trying to tag him as a person who had a lot of drops. He came in ready to work on that. Denzel Boston came in with that aggression based on how he viewed where he should have been drafted and where he was drafted at, and he wants to show everybody, chip on his shoulder, that hey, I should have went first round. I should have went before some of these other guys. So he's showing it. I thought that was great insight, great view into the mindset of the players. So another thing I took from, you know, a lot of these coaches is the mindset. The first thing I noticed, the change with the Browns was the mindset. It's the first thing I highlighted. So when I hear them reassuring that the mindset is correct, I'm like, I haven't lost nothing. I haven't lost no excitement or anything going up in this season. Nothing at all. So, man, I'm learning a lot from these coaches. This is where I nerd out, y'all, because I know everybody not watching all the stuff with these coaches. I watch every single coach. I wasn't going to bore y'all with showing every single coach, but there's something that I am going to show. Shout out to y'all with the conversation in Spanish. Shout out to y'all. All right, let's go. These coaches seem so authentic and transparent. I see why Shedeur is praising them. I love their energy as well. Yeah, they make it clear. Like, a good coach is a person who can say things that stick with you and also help you feel a certain way. So I see that in all these coaches. I'm like, damn, that's a good one-liner. That's going to stick with a player. That's going to resonate with a player. There's going to be a time in the game and they're going to remember that. So to me, these coaches, they got the right mindset, the right mentality. Let's see. Nurses have to pass the NCLEX to pass pills. My daughter passed her test on Wednesday. She is an LPN. Congrats to my baby girl. Oh my goodness. Shout out to your daughter. Charmaine. Congratulations. That is a very big step. You are going to a totally different level. You know what I'm saying? You go LPN. Then you might want to, get some more letters. Go become an RN later on. Get that bump up in money. So shout out to your daughter. Shout out to your daughter, Charmaine. Let's see. Let's give her the win. Shout out to your daughter. Shout out to your daughter. Keep doing your thing. Wishing her continued success in life. Shout out to your daughter, Charmaine. Shout out to her. The new coaches are winners and instill a winning mentality. That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, let's get to the next coach. All right, so we got Brandon Lynch. This is the defensive backs coach / pass game specialist. All right, let's play it.
Standards don't change, and F and I have a fantastic relationship. Rudy's talked about heart, mind, fist, right? Like, and our heart is our connection to each other. So, like, he and I, thankfully, like, we work extremely well together, and our guys put a product on the field that really help our team.
It seems like you guys really want to emphasize, and of course drafting Emmanuel kind of fits in with this. You want to emphasize having 3 safeties on the field
Sure.
a lot. Is that sort of how you see addressing nickel for the most part, is with 3 safeties?
You know what? Like, we got to get.
All right, I got to pause this right here. So this is the context of this question is asking a football question. He's not going to give away scheme and strategy, but this is going to highlight something that I was speaking about the other day when I was saying that in certain packages, they're going to go to 3 safeties to combat 12 personnel and 13 personnel. He's not going to give away the strategy, but this is something that I was like, okay, my studying is showing. Let's hear his answer.
Our best players on the team, right? Like, on the team, on the field, so that we can be versatile. Like, nothing changes for us, right? Like, we want to make sure that we're violent, we get great effort. Our guys are playing with, like, swag and passion. So our best guys being on the field, like, it goes down to what Monken talks about, like winning football. So having guys that are on the field so that we can put a winning product out there is important.
Did you catch the big contrast that Brenda gave when talking about the difference between Schwartz and Rudy? I believe I did. I'm not sure if I have his presser here up, but I watched all of them, and I remember he was talking about just the energy and getting to know everybody, and it's just it's a different feeling there now. So yeah, man, don't overinflate your value. Don't think, what I'm saying, you are worth more than you are, because sometimes people will say, if you worth that much, go get it or get a money back. And then next thing you know, you sit and talk about, well, yeah, I got to sit out for a year. Let me let him finish his answer.
What's it been like working with Rudy so far?
Oh, fantastic. Like, breath of fresh air. I really love that, the energy.
Oh, here it is right here. Cedric. Shout out to you. Here it is right here. It said Banda, so I was thinking of a different position coach, but here it is right here. Ms. Brown, what's going on? How you feeling, Ms. Brown? Also, you know what it is, Charmaine. We definitely got to highlight the people in the community, especially their children doing great things. So we got to celebrate that over here. Charmaine.
That he gives to our players, it's infectious. He really puts it where we talk about heart, mind, fist, and the ball is oxygen. Like, he's a guy who lives it. He's constantly in the meeting rooms. He's constantly communicating with all of the teachers, all of the students that are out there, and you're going to see it on the grass.
Off of that,
this is even something that really caught me watching Brandon Lynch's entire presser. He was like, the teachers and the students, and you could be any age and be a student and learn something, any age. So when you talk about development, it has to be a willingness to teach and a willingness to teach everybody and to speak to everybody. So we are hearing the differences between this coaching staff and the last coaching staff. One thing I noticed very quickly was Todd Monken was going to tell you where he's standing, what he wants you to work on, and give you the vision. I noticed that very early. Now they are backing that up with actually teaching them things and talking to every player. Stuff like that just really stick out to me when they say speaking to every player, and I'm like, man, so people really was out here not even talking to everybody? Like, it's crazy because they are saying it without saying it. They are saying it without saying it. Inspire change for sure. They definitely inspiring change. Definitely are. Toolman, what's going on? What's going on, Toolman? Glad to have you here. Glad to have you. They seem real happy with the change. I'm telling you. Hey, they like, look, we ain't missing nothing. Our offense gonna be better. We gonna be able to attack more on defense. So they're not missing nothing. They're not missing nothing or nobody. Okay, so this is Jaquez. I think his name is Cesar, is how I've heard people pronounce it. He is the defensive line coach. He's a defensive line coach. He's going to talk about Jared Verse. Y'all know I've been doing a lot looking into Jared Verse, his collegiate career, his time with the Rams, and I was saying, the different type of schemes he's played in, and I went back to Florida State in the scheme he played in. They call it a base 4-3, and then they would go into that 4-2-5, where they would take one of the linebackers off the field and add a different, it could be a safety or a DB, or a corner to the field, I should say, and they were attacking. Well, I said this a couple of days ago, only for the defensive line coach to say that exact same thing. So this is one of those times where I'm like, I hope y'all are seeing the work I'm putting in to give y'all a clear understanding of what is really happening. Hopefully y'all are seeing it. Let's go.
Get up to speed with the playbook.
Yeah, like I said, he's extremely intelligent, and he picked it up. Everybody in the NFL is doing something similar. Now, the style at which they play is going to be a little different, but we're all doing kind of the same movements and the same pressures and same rushes. So it's just a matter of him understanding, hey, this is what we're doing. You're like, oh, we used to call it this, but yeah, this is exactly what we're doing. But we're running it like, how we run it. So he's done a good job of just picking up the defense.
Jared was obviously more like a 3-4 outside linebacker in LA.
Yeah.
Obviously it's a 4-3 here. Mm-hmm. Like, even I remember his first practice.
Now this is Daniel Oyefusi. He's saying Jared was more of a 3-4 linebacker when he was in LA. But I looked at how they use Jared Verse in LA. They did have him rush off the edge. They did move him around. They had him in a 2-point stance, 2 points of contact on the ground. So when you hear a 2-point stance, that's 2 points of contact on the ground. That's going to be 2 feet on the ground. 3-point stance, 3 points of contact on the ground. You're going to have 2 feet, 1 hand in the dirt. So when you hear these things, that is the difference. I just want y'all to know what they're saying. So 2-point stance, 2 feet, 2 points of contact with the ground. 3-point stance, 3 points of contact with the ground. So you're going to hear him speak on this, and he's going to pretty much go exactly back to what I went to. So let's play it.
His hand was in the dirt. He was working on the get off with you.
Right.
Just what's like maybe the biggest adjustment with that, and maybe how is it maybe a little bit more beneficial for him?
Yeah. So when we signed him, I got on the phone with him and we were talking. I said, hey, you like a 2-point or you like a 3-point? He said, hey, coach, I started my career, as far as in college is concerned, in a 3-point stance. He's like, I prefer a 3-point stance. I understand that I can get off better with a 3-point stance. I have better leverage. When I was in, he's like, I had to adjust in LA to a 2-point stance. So this is like him coming back home right now. When he was at Florida State, he was in a 4-3 defense and they were coming off the ball. So all of this is very similar to him. So it's kind of an easy transition for him right now.
Okay. So when people wanted to highlight the fact that Jared Verse was listed as an outside linebacker, I'm going to tell y'all a secret. And this is the difference. If you ever wanted to know the difference, we give value here and we help with understanding. So when somebody says something crazy or out of line, you could either respond to it or you can keep it pushing because you know what the real is. Let me tell y'all a secret. Jared Verse wanted to wear a single digit. When you are to wear a single digit in the NFL, does anybody know what position group or groups you have to be a part of on defense to wear a single digit jersey number? To wear a single digit jersey number, you have to be a linebacker or a DB. You cannot wear a Ivy League Mac. Got it. Shout out to Ivy League Mac. You cannot wear a single digit jersey number and be a D lineman. So even this year, he might be listed as a linebacker. He might be listed as a linebacker this year. That's not going to matter. That's not going to change what they have him doing. That's not going to change it. So for him to wear that number 8, you're going to look at the depth chart. They're going to have him as linebacker, and you're going to see him playing DN, and you're going to say, this don't make no sense. That's how he's going to be able to wear that number 8. That's how he's going to be able to wear it. But if you listen, you heard him say when he was at Florida State, he was in a 3-point stance. I just told y'all what a 3-point stance is. 3 points of contact on the ground. 2 feet, 1 hand. 2 feet, 1 hand. 2-point stance. 2 points of contact on the ground. He prefers to be in a 3-point stance, which is more traditional for what the Browns do. So I'm not saying he's going to have Myles Garrett production. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying where people think is going to be a major adjustment, where it's going to take him seasons to get back to being the player or realizing some of the potential for himself, it's not going to take that. It's not going to take that. So just wanted to let y'all know. Just wanted to let y'all know. All right, let's catch up on this chat as we keep it pushing. Let's see. Okay, I'm a little bit far behind. The truth is coming to the light. That's a fact. Stefanski was never high energy, even when he tried. It was so forced and inauthentic. That is a fact. That's why I laugh when people think that this current NFL ownership is going to allow the Manning family to pull what they did in the past. If Arch is drafted to a team he doesn't want to play for, yeah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Telling without telling it was doomsday up there the last few seasons. Facts. Somebody got to go. That's why they had to go. Shout out to Kevin Hart. Dog Pound are performing with a different mindset. You can see with the new coaches and the new players' engagement, they want to smoke this season. Funny you said they want to smoke. I recall the line leader content creator saying, Todd says, quote unquote, they want the smoke. I told y'all ChatGPT was the one who said, let Deshaun cook. I told y'all. Phaedra, what's going on? What's going on, Phaedra? How you feeling? The coaches in there singing, can you feel a brand new day? You got me on the quote of the song, but they are definitely like, it's a new day in Cleveland. Almost makes you wonder, was there somebody who had a saying or slogan, it's a new day? Check out hashtag NEWCLE.com for the meaning, and you'll see on there, it starts out with, it's a new day in Cleveland. It's almost like they gave me the script, y'all. Did they give me the script? 14 sacks out of the realm of possibility for V8. 14 is high. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of kind of putting a range or cap on somebody. I would say I want to see double digits. That's what I would say. I would say he should be in a position to get double digit sacks. I have to say, Cleveland media clickbaiters have criticism for everybody in the Browns organization and team except Kevin Stefanski. Shaking my head. That's a fact. That was the sore spot or soft spot. Fano, man, every time I drink water, it leaves like a little drip of water on my nose. Don't worry about me. Let me stay focused. Fano got that Hakuna Matata vibe. Hakuna Matata. It means no worries for the rest of your days. I'm way off key. But just tell y'all something about Lion King, man. My grandma used to watch Lion King so much. Man, she ran that Lion King movie into the ground with how much she watched it on VCR. Man, ran into the ground. This defense is going to be fun to watch. I think even without Garrett, we're going to be better. I think if we can get people in third and long situations, that's where we're going to be able to shine. I also think if we get to the point where we have a lead, they'll really be able to pin their ears back and attack. Ivy League Matt got it right. Linebacker, DB. Also, Ms. Brown got it right on offensive side. Quarterbacks can wear the low numbers. Wide receivers can wear the low numbers. Two-man, linebacker, DB, wide receiver, QB. Yes, that's correct. DBs is correct. Linebacker in name only. That's a fact. V8. Whatever he wants to do and they get permission from the organization, let him play. Let him cook. I agree. Let him cook. Let's see. He doesn't need Myles Garrett production to make this defense better. I agree with that. I do think they may have VA drop into coverage occasionally, even though he will be on the D line. Of course, they had Myles drop into coverage. They had D tackles drop into coverage. Football is so situational that it's hard to say that they're only going to do it one way. So hopefully y'all hear, I'm not saying they're never going to drop him into coverage. I'm just saying it probably won't be a staple of what he's doing. So it won't be like 50-50 split of him dropping into coverage. Yeah, I don't even believe it's going to be 30% him dropping into coverage. So can he do it? Yes. It's from the Wiz D. Hey, I was like, you got me. You got me with that one. You got me, Black Pearl. You got me. I can see that too. He seems comfortable doing that. Yes, that's some of that. Yes, that's what they did that. They did that when he was in LA. So basically, if you have a edge rusher, the way to beat them is the quick game. So if you can, throw off what the offense is doing by, instead of them preparing for you to rush, you can drop down in the coverage or, chase a running back or, drop down in the flats. That's what you'll do to switch it up because you're countering what they do with that quick game. That's what you'll be doing. So I agree with you. Teams like this pull together and win close games. I agree with that. Welcome back, Shanithia. Welcome back. Welcome back. Shout out to Ms. Brown. Shout out to Ms. Brown.
Oh my God! Wow!
Let me get this up.
I got money.
Shout out to the lead attorney and shout out to oh man, what is her name? Don't mess up her name. AB. Is it AV to the 7th power? I gotta steal one of their phrases that they use. Shout out to them. Miss Brown tapping in, sending support for the pure love of the game. Pure love of the game. I appreciate you. Thank you for all your support, Miss Brown. I appreciate you. No comment, just pure support. I appreciate you. That's for the love of the game. Shout out to the lead attorney. Shout out to AV. I think it's AV to the 7th power. Shout out to them. I had to steal their phrase, but I appreciate you, Mr. Brown. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you. Pure love of the game, y'all. Pure love of the game. I appreciate it. Did you see Daniel O's post saying the O-line needs to be much better once the pads go on? I did not see that, but with no pads, the D-line is going to look better, especially considering they're not getting physical, so they're not really grabbing guys, pushing guys, or any of those things. So if we have issues in training camp, if we have issues in joint practices, then I would give it more credence. But this early on, I would just say I'm not too worried about it. Not at this stage. But if I do need to sound the alarms, I will sound the alarms, y'all. I will sound the alarms. Every morning, a personal pronoun. Last month and this month, you said, I will make the decision now in relation to the starting cornerback. I'm going to slightly adjust that. Miss Content Creator, quite contrary. I would select Shedeur. I would select Shedeur as well. Dog Pound Summer Tailgate this Sunday. Yes, if you're in the city, if you're in 216, it is a free event that they put on. It's the Dog Pound Tailgate. They're going to have it at Huntington Bank Field. So you can go. They're going to have autograph signings. They're going to have you can play on the field. They're going to have vendors, a lot of stuff going on. So if you're in the city, definitely tap in and check it out. I don't know. I think you're talking about Daniel has been a little messy lately. I think the microphones are rubbing off on him. Yeah, he has some moments in the last couple of days. I hear you, but sis, I don't agree about the O-line. I hope that is the truth. Shaking my head. We're gonna see. He got some questions. Let's keep it pushing. What we got next? All right. So shout out to Black Pearl. Send me this on TikTok, I believe. Send me this on TikTok. I haven't seen Key Mathis since her birthday. Her birthday was Saturday, and she responded in Patreon on Saturday, but I haven't seen her on stream since Saturday. So I'm not sure if she's taking time off or she's busy with work. But I haven't seen Key Mathis. I haven't seen her. We ain't worried about nothing. Grown looks good to me. He's getting reps how we want it. That's a fact. Talk to him. Yeah, he's been a little messy lately. I'm watching him. He's been pretty consistent for the most part, but I would say it's an 80. I would say 90-10. I would say 90% of the time I'm like, okay, those are good questions. Every once in a while he slips into that 10% of doing what the microphones do. Shout out to Black Pearl highlighting this, but this is also something I watched. The initial question, they kind of start this very early where he's speaking on what improvements he's seen from Shedeur. Then he's going to go into Deshaun Watson. This is Mike, I'm not going to mess up his last name, the QB coach. Here we go.
Last, 10 or 12 weeks, whatever it's been, he's done a great job of defining his footwork, playing with a base, learning the offense, working his butt off to really master his craft, and it's been fun to watch. He's done a really good job. He's gone like that. He's getting through progressions faster, and his feet are matching that mindset.
A lot of talk has been about that footwork, and I was curious, what does the work behind the scenes look like to master footwork? And I feel like that's maybe you can comment more on it, but is that maybe one of the hardest things to really work on with a young quarterback?
Yes and no. They got to buy into it, and he's bought into it. You're going to coach the finer points of drop technique and playing with a base and all that, and he has been receptive to everything, and that's been it's been great. It's been very refreshing. All our guys have. Deshaun been playing a long time for a lot of different coaches, and from the start, I said, how have you done this in the past on something we were working on? He says, Coach, I did this, but how do you want it done? And that speaks volumes to what these guys are trying to accomplish. They're all in, and they're all trying to get better in every way.
So initially he was speaking on Shedeur. They had a follow-up question on Shedeur's footwork. So when you get the questions about his footwork, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get everybody on the same page timing-wise. So, for instance, how many times last year did Shedeur get to the top of his drop and nobody was open, nobody was prepared to catch the ball? They got to get the timing down, because when a quarterback hits that, if it's a 3-step drop, when that third step hits on that 3-step drop, he should be ready to let the ball go. But the receiver's timing has to match that. So you can't be out there dancing. You can't be doing anything extra. You don't have time to do that on 3-step drop. When you get to the 5-step drop, the timing has to match. So you have to marry those two things together. That is something that we saw quite a few times last year when Shedeur, or most quarterbacks for the Browns last year, when they get to that 3rd step or that 5th step, nobody is ready to catch the ball, meaning the timing is off. So they're harping on footwork to mirror the timing. He's even going to mention this later, but that is what they're talking about. So everybody is on the same page. Everybody has to be on the same page, timing-wise, or you can call the best play and it won't matter. The best play and it will not matter. Yeah, I haven't seen Cam Justice, so I'm not sure if Cam took a break. I haven't seen her video breakdowns either, so she might have took a break. Oh, you talking about Daniel? Don't give up on him. Don't give up on him just yet. Just watch. Key quote: Shedeur is mastering his craft. That's a fact. That's why I played y'all Kobe. It's all tying together. Preparation is what gave Kobe confidence. This is just another time he's going through it. Now you see it. Mastering the craft. You put in the preparation. You put in the time. It's just another time throwing the ball. That's how you want to. That's how you want to be. I'm not worried about Shedeur. I know what he did in Colorado. I'm worried about the O-line. How many big upgrades did they do? 2, maybe 3. 5. The offensive line, a lot of them were ranked last year. So I don't think we can even quantify how big of a step forward it's going to be. They were the last ranked offensive line. So if you're the last ranked offensive line and through most grades like PFF, ESPN, and different things like that, basically, if you just get up to average offensive line play, it's going to be better than when everybody is playing below average collectively. So I think the easy thing to do is to think about last year's offensive line and put the lack of productivity on this offensive line before you really get a chance to see what they could do as an offensive line. Like you cannot grade an offensive lineman until they got pads on and they can touch each other. Until they can hit the defensive lineman, until they can throw off their rushes, until they get that, you can't really grade the offensive line because you don't even know. You don't know how fast guys are going to move. You don't know any of those things. So for the offensive line, I understand the concern based on what it was last year. I understand what the concern was last year, but if you take below average and just go to average, that's a significant upgrade. Significant. And we're going to do it at some point this year. Well, we're going to bring out Statman. We're going to bring out Statman some point this year.
Statman. Yeah, that's you. Yeah, that's you. We all.
And when we bring him out, we are going to look at the differences in productivity with the offensive line. This is not the time to be able to grade it because they're not doing anything that you can grade on yet. You just can't grade it. You just can't grade it. You cannot do it. Where we at? Letting all the position coaches speak is good. I agree. I like this a lot. This is that in the weeds nerd stuff that I like about football. So I was loving this. I watched every single one of them. The Cleveland media overall is negative and I'm sick of them collectively. Yeah, that's why I just don't really give them that much shine. I don't give them that much shine. What's that, coach? Did you say Shedeur is coachable? He's receptive because the streets are saying he isn't coachable. I remember people saying they aren't sure how he's going to respond to a coach that isn't his father. Don't those people look silly now? Don't those people look silly now? Echo, doesn't he look silly now? The ESPN collective microphones, don't they look silly now? The microphones and the content creators in Cleveland, don't they look silly now? I'll pick it up what you put down, Black Pearl. Remember Dylan hitting the receiver in the face mask? He wasn't looking for the ball. He was not. That shows you the timing was off. The timing was off. We as a pronoun, solidarity, we like and support Shedeur. We do not dislike Deshaun. We were glad for Stefanski to relocate. We support Andrew Berry. Dr. Clyde Marshall, talk to him. Yeah, I don't dislike Deshaun. I just don't know if he not. Let me say this correctly. I don't think he's a better football player currently than Shedeur. One problem with the media is that 90+% of them have never even played football, and they treat it like it's a soap opera. Brent, I agree with that. And they're not studying the game. I didn't play in the NFL, but my understanding comes from me studying. It comes from me studying, excuse me. So they could take that same approach and study and learn. They got 5 weeks off. They can learn. His footworks look just as good or as good as everyone else playing QB on this team from the clips I'm watching. I agree. When Where we at? They're getting trained under Stefanski. You were trained for a system that clearly wasn't working, but he keep doing that. Todd Father training to be a better player. He's willing to adapt. I agree. The Todd Father and the Dog Pound Mafia got hits on their opponents this season. Yeah, they are. It's gonna be different. Okay, I'm going to be patient until the pads are on for everyone. Yeah, and if we need to sound the alarm, please believe I will sound the alarm and say, "Hey, y'all, I'm concerned about this." Once we see him with pads on, Daniel is starting to get a little messy. Yeah, 90% of the time I think he's pretty solid. But it's 10% of the time where I'm just like, what you got going on? Agree. They magnify everything on Shedeur. That's a fact. Stat man. Yeah, that's you. Yeah, it's a fact. Man, what's going on? My bad, Tessa. I don't know why the bot, what are you doing? The bot just came out of nowhere. Why did you delete that? What are you doing? And my bad, spamming caps. What? All right. My bad, Tessa. The bot tripping. Do y'all think they will start Deshaun for trade value? I don't think so. Because that would be writing off the season for other reasons, and I don't see that. I don't see that. I don't see them coming in here willing to blow up a season just to trade Deshaun. It don't make sense. Deshaun, this is the last year of his contract, so it don't make sense to blow up a season for Deshaun, like they did Flacco. Yeah, I don't see it. You can't grade any line until they have pads on. I agree with that. Stephen A. Smith said Grown need his father to play better. That's why I said that. Y'all. That's why I said that. The bot out here tripping. Yeah, just out of nowhere. Like I don't even understand. Streamlabs, get your life together. All right, let's keep it pushing. Who we got next? We got the Todd Father. We got the Todd Father next? I think we do. Yeah, we got the Todd Father. All right, let's go. Talk to him.
Your minicamp now that's over.
Great. Whole off season was outstanding because really, for the most part, our team was here for the other 9 weeks. So, guys did a great job. It's been a really productive off season.
What was maybe?
I don't know. This is all. I'm gonna tell y'all. This is made up in my mind. I'm making this up in my mind, y'all. I'm just going to let you know. This is all made up. I just assume when the coach sounds like this, they just been yelling at everybody and coaching people up real good. So when I hear his voice sound like this, that's what I go to, that they are getting some real coaching. That's what I go to when I hear things like this. When his voice sounds this way. So I just had to let y'all know because I'm like, it sounded like he just was yelling at somebody. It sounded like he was. Stephen A. Smith is in the same category as a content creator. That's a fact. If the D-line is getting pressure before you can finish your drop, your footwork may not look that great. Not necessarily, because if you have a 5-step drop, the offensive lineman barely can touch the D-line. You make one quick move, you could be back there on a 5-step drop. So you got to know what they're working on. You got to know what they're working on, what the plan is. Yeah, it's so many different variables you got to know to determine what they're trying to get out of this possession. For instance, people highlighted them holding the ball too long only for the coach to say that was intentional. They wanted them to hold the ball for 6+ seconds to get the defense used to scramble drills. So, like, it's so much more information you need to be able to determine what they were looking for them to do. Tyler Shuck is the only rookie that did better than Shedeur. He won 4 games and he played good for his team. Shedeur started playing 6 games and won 3 out of 7 with no focus on first team reps. No focus on development, period, I would say. Tyler Shuck was in a quarterback battle from the beginning. They were splitting the reps 50-50. So it was totally different. He was put in a position designed for him to have success when he got the opportunity to play. And I don't believe Shedeur was put in that position. I don't believe it. Ronnie Hickman signed yesterday. Yeah, not sure what took Ronnie Hickman so long to sign, but Rodney Hickman did sign yesterday. Todd Father been yelling to the wide receivers. He said it in the last interview. Yeah, I'm talking about he sound like he just finished yelling. So I like it. So in my mind, I just assume he was just getting them together. No one going to want a 30-year-old QB that hasn't played in 2 years and nearly 7 years since he's played well, 2 Achilles surgeries and a rebuild throwing shoulder. Yeah, when people say like Deshaun might be getting traded, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Shout out to you, Brent. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Brent. Shout out to you. I'm wearing my Todd Father shirt right now. Shout out to you for supporting the merch. OffThaRecordDee.com. Shameless plug. Flashback. Dylan Edwards, you left Colorado for Kansas State. Now you transferred to Kansas. Why? Deion had your back, but your emotions are dictating your future. Yeah, he just didn't let it. He didn't give it enough time, I would say. And he would have won 5 if Stank Nasky wasn't trying to sabotage. Definitely could have won 5. Voice is finito. Facts. Last year he did have time for 5-star drops. No time for that. No time. Content creators twisted as a bad thing that he was spending more time with the wide receivers, not the QBs. Yeah, they just don't know no better. They don't know no better. They don't know any better. If you have the QB coach who is on top of the QB coach, the OC who are on top of the quarterbacks, then you can go spend some time. You can spend some time with the wide receivers, especially a young wide receiver room. Like Jerry Jeudy is the vet in the wide receiver room, so that's a young wide receiver room. I got compliments Wednesday on my Todd Father shirt by some teenagers. They had that. I know what type of time you on. Look, shout out to you. Shout out to y'all for supporting the merch. Shout out to y'all for supporting the merch. I appreciate each and every one of y'all that supported the merch. All right, let's get back to the Todd Father. They're working on different things. I agree with that.
When you started minicamp, or when you started the spring, you got to this point, what was maybe the biggest thing you wanted to kind of know about your team or understand about your team before they kind of go for summer here? Did you feel like you got that answer at this stage?
I mean, do you like football? They like practicing. They like football. It makes it fun. I didn't have to play that last song. I really didn't. Just gave me 3 more minutes with them. It's been a cool 10 weeks.
So was there a point of playing music throughout?
He enjoys what he's doing. He enjoys his job. If you hear him talk about football, he always has the level of excitement that I really can appreciate. So I hear that, and I'm like, dang, how did they miss the fact that he really likes what he's doing? This is funny. This is also telling. I want y'all to hear this question and hear the Todd Father's response. This is telling y'all.
The whole practice today, that was a little different, it seemed.
We've been playing music, maybe just a little louder today. The breaks, I turn it up. So we did that for rookie minicamp and the voluntary minicamp. We had breaks on the last day. So we just played it. That was just louder. We've added it in practice. You guys happen to be right by the speakers, so it just felt like it was louder.
So he asked about the music and if it being louder. The coach just had to remind him they've been playing music the whole time. I remember coach saying they got complaints about the music being loud. They turned the music up during rookie camp. So, excuse me. So, how much attention are they really paying if they kind of can't even determine or decipher the music that's happening around them? That's just like spatial awareness, knowing what's going on around you. I just find those are telling things to me. If I go into somewhere that's playing music, I'm going to recognize and identify they're playing music. I'm going to recognize it. So them kind of not recognizing it is like, what are we doing? What are we doing? How can I believe that you're going to report accurately on what you saw there when you can't even identify that music been playing the whole time? Can't do it, y'all. No disrespect. Shuck is the only quarterback that didn't have a coach change, and his coach believed in him in the beginning. That is a big, big difference right there, Tessa. Big difference. Big difference. Watson can still play. I just don't think he can be consistent unless it's consistently bad. He can make the blick play, but he is inaccurate short and mid-range passes. The the quarterback coach even spoke on that. I didn't get to it. It was a little bit later, but he said early on that Deshaun was missing guys, and he was saying he got to get his timing down and all those things. So it's one of those where that's around the time where I was pushing back saying, I know it makes sense to say, oh, he's a vet, he can play better, but Deshaun also saying he hasn't been healthy since 2023 lets you know what that shoulder surgery did to him. And that's the one thing I always highlight when I talk about his accuracy is the surgery to his thrown shoulder. Exactly. Don't get me started. If he had to start 2 last season or after Flacco, we won the division. I believe that, but he had to let Gigi start first because that was his boy. Yeah, his handpick. Maybe 6 wins if Stefanski wasn't running the show. Potentially. Muckin may be out there yelling so much that he needs throw lines. Yeah, you hear it clicking around in his mouth because his voice is gone. Shot. No one's taking that Deshaun bait. The juice is not worth the squeeze. Yeah, I wouldn't read too much into it. They don't know nothing. For real. For real.
I don't think he went to school nowhere. If he went to school, he didn't learn nothing.
Shout out to Tika. Why are the reporters asking about how loud the music is anyway? Because they don't want to hear it. Playing that rap boom bap. That's probably what they say when they get in the car. I've been stuck listening to that boom bap rap all day. That's probably what they're saying. Todd Father already said if the neighbors complaining about the music is going up. Facts. I can see why he got the coaching job for real. He's definitely was the right pick. I was wrong in that. He's the right pick because his music they can't relate to. I agree with that, Black Pearl.
Yesterday, Fana was with the second team, and I thought that was a change that had already been made. So what was the point of him being primarily second team yesterday?
Well, trying to get DeJuan some work with the 1s and the 2s. We want to see where he's at.
All good. Catch you soon, Shanithia. Catch you soon.
And move Fano around as much as we could with the 1s and 2s. It was planned over the 3 days that they were both going to work with the 1s and the 2s.
Todd, just to put a bow on this, since we didn't get to talk to you yesterday, now the minicamp is officially over. Last time we talked to you, you said chances are you will not have your quarterback.
Yeah, I don't see that.
So you're just going to go into the summer break, status quo, and come back and pick it.
We'll start off fall camp just like we've been doing. We'll alternate those guys.
Will you have a 1, 2, 3 by having the pads on, which gets you into the second week of training camp?
That'd be great. I don't know if I will, but I'd love to. I'd love to have it now. We just don't.
I hope y'all are seeing that Todd Monken, Andrew Berry, they don't allow the microphones to box them in. And I can appreciate that because I don't like when people try to box me in. So when they try to box them into, oh, would you like by the second week of training camp? Oh, I would like to. I would love to actually, but I'm not saying I will. That is always leaving the door open so you can't press me leading up to a deadline that you gave me. Nope, you're not going to box me in. Andrew Berry is the exact same way, always keeping options open. So I really appreciate that, and I like that. Because then they can't start pressing you. Well, you said, nah, the entire time they were running with, he said, I would love to have to know, going into fall camp. I would love to know. But if I don't, I'll let y'all know. I'm not going to let y'all know. So I like the fact that they won't allow them to box them in. Child, they was out here listening to Nuck If You Buck. You know them people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that bombastic sound, all that bass, that rapidy tat tat tat. They don't want to hear that. Content creator had to put the last bow on the QB conversation for real. They don't want to hear that.
Hey, speaking of DeJuan, how have you seen him throughout the rehab process? And then I think it looks like you lost a lot of weight from last year. Just what have you seen out of him in these 10 weeks?
Well, I wasn't around him last year. So I don't know if he was a little chubby then. I don't know that. I mean, again, if a guy's been injured and out, it's easy to put on weight, right? It just is. You're not as active. He's been great. He looks really good running around. Obviously, his grasp what we're trying to do. So it's been fun having him out there working.
Todd, what has stood out to you about Shedeur's body of work? I know we talked about the pocket.
All right, so we're gonna let that question play when we come back. Shout out to Mofo for the flow state. What's going on, Mofo? I appreciate you.
Oh my God! Wow!
Shout out to Mofo. I appreciate you for the flow state jewels. My Browns backer game days here in OKC are at Twin Peaks. Funny thing, like I think I said this a while ago, but I was like, just look up Google search Browns backers bars, and they all over the place. They got them in actually a bunch of places. I'm not even gonna name all the places, but when I live in South Florida, I live right up the street from a Browns backer bar in Hollywood, Florida. When where was I? I think we went. My family really used to like to go to Myrtle Beach. We went to Myrtle Beach one time in the summer, and I ended up at a Browns backer bar. Browns backers bars are all over the place. All over the place. They're all over the place. So shout out to you. Gonna enjoy yourself. I haven't been to Twin Peaks in a long time. I used to get that bacon. It was some type of bacon I used to get at Twin Peaks. We used to go there to watch UFC and boxing matches. So shout out to you. Shout out to you. Welcome to another day in paradise. What's going on, Jimi Hendrix? Now they refer to our music as jungle music. Always have, except when our music was referenced to as race music. Man, I'm not old enough to remember them referring to it as race music, but they definitely don't like it. I'll tell you that. Turn the music up on them some more, for real. Hi, Shedeur. This is Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks. I was a bench player and then starter for the Dallas Mavericks, but I knew I am the it. They forgot. I played at Villanova, won a championship. Believe. That's a fact. You got to believe. Put in the work. You put in the work, you prepare. That should equal confidence, and then you just perform in the moment. Put the last bow on my sandwich. And when you wrap it up, make sure you cut it in half. I like my sandwiches sliced. Cut it in half, please. All right, let's get to this next question on Deshaun before we move, or Shedeur before we move to Deshaun's presser.
But as you put a cap on the offseason workout program, it's going to kind of encapsulate the growth that you see from him.
Well, I just think he's doing a better job. I think he's being more decisive. Now, it's easy to say we're not in pads. It just feels like he's making quicker decisions. The ball's coming out of his hands, which he's going to have to do. Not that he doesn't have playmaking ability, because he does. But his ability to process quicker and get the ball out of his hands and eliminate lost yardage plays is going to be huge for us to be able to stack plays and score, which is ultimately the number one thing to do.
But is that the point of waiting for pads to determine your 1, 2, 3?
100%.
This is something little, y'all, but I like how when they are in the middle of asking a question and he already know where it's going to end 100%. When he was talking to the line leader content creator and he was like, she was in the middle of asking her question and he was like, yes. It just cracked me up. He like, man, I don't got no patience. I know where this question's going. $1 billion bacon and sweet potato fries with caramel, Twin Peaks rocks. Yeah, I just remember the bacon. I couldn't remember the name of, but shout out to you, Daisha. The $1 billion bacon. Brett, you definitely got to check it out. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. All right, that's the Todd Father. Go listen to the rest of it. He always is going to say something quotable every time. All right, let's get to Deshaun Watson. The Browns did something smart. They waited to the end. They waited till the end of mandatory minicamp to let Deshaun Watson speak. Also, they had him speak when it's all of the other position coaches speaking, Shedeur doing interviews. So this definitely was strategic. I think it was smart. So this wouldn't be the main story. But let's hear from Deshaun. We haven't heard from him in a while. I ain't gonna do it. I was going to bring up how certain people said, oh man, there's no way Deshaun going to be the starter because they're not even letting him speak. Well, now they're letting him speak. I ain't going to be petty. Let's keep it pushing.
What do you make of this opportunity that you have to come back out here and win this starting job after everything that's transpired here so far?
I mean, it's a blessing. It's great. It's anytime you get the opportunity to play in the National Football League is an honor. So, you know, I don't take it for granted. You know, I work hard to do what I need to do each and every day to try to put out the best, you know, product I can on the field.
Deshaun, what is your mindset just entering, you know, the final year of your contract? Obviously, everything that's gone on injury-wise over the past 2 years, really the past couple of years. Just where are you at mentally, your mindset, how are you just approaching it all?
I'm great mentally. I'm in a great space. You know, my home is good. Me and my wife is doing a heck of a job, you know, just working each and every day mentally to just stay on top of what we need to stay on top of. So I appreciate her. I appreciate the staff and the organization for always, you know, having my back. And yeah, I'm in a good space, enjoying myself out here, enjoying my teammates and the new coaching staff. So I'm in a great space.
I'll say this. I know people misinterpret criticism for hate. That's the easy thing to do in today's day and age. I don't have any ill will towards Deshaun Watson. When I speak on Deshaun Watson, it's about him as a football player and what I see him being able to do on the football field. Some people will just take it straight to, oh, you hating on him or you this or you that. I got no ill will for him. I'm not a person who turns into a hater of people if they have success. So that's not me. That could be for other people. But I got no ill will towards Deshaun. My take is it's good to see him being in a better mental space because the last time we heard from Deshaun, he didn't seem as relaxed as he does in this presser. So you can definitely tell that mentally he wasn't in the best place. So that's good to see that mentally he's in a better space now.
The last year and a half like for you since that injury in that Bengals game?
I mean, it was a lot of ups and downs. You know, I learned a lot about myself. Learned that, you know, just got to be patient. Just keep working, keep pushing forward. But, you know, I've always kind of had that mentality since I was a kid, you know, growing up. So it wasn't anything, you know, new for me. The situation and environment was probably new, just being with the type of injuries that I had. But outside of that, you know, just keep pushing forward. That's how life goes. Life is going to continue to go on. So, yeah, it's been tough, but at the same time, you know, I was able to grow and learn.
Deshaun, was there ever a thought, I mean, you talk about the ups and downs, was there ever a fear in the back of your minds, like, am I going to ever be able to get back out there and get an opportunity to play this game?
Nah, no, never was a thought.
Deshaun, can you, the last
Line leader coming up. Hey, microphones, why do y'all not know this? Limited understanding. They know he looks great in practice, but he practiced under pressure. If it happens in camp or preseason, the QB competition is over. Yeah, we're gonna let it play out. Y'all know where I stand on it. Those reporters were scratching and clawing to get their questions out. They were. They were jumping all on top of each other when one person was already starting a question.
last time we saw you on the field, you were rupturing your Achilles, and you got some boos from some fans. How do you, and now there still are some fans that don't necessarily seem to be in your corner. How, as you move forward and maybe become the starting quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, how do you reconcile or grapple with the notion that, you know, maybe you don't have all the support that you would hope that you would have from Cleveland Browns fans? So,
just sum up the line leader's question. How do you deal with, you know, everybody not liking you, basically, the short version of it? I'll just say something. What do you expect him to say by asking that question? What do you expect him to say? And then after that, you're not going to please everybody. You're not going to please everybody. Everybody's not going to agree with you 100%. That is part of life. This is just, to me, highlights like a lack of understanding in life. It's not going to be one person that gives their opinion and this is somebody with no controversy attached to their name, that gives their opinion where everybody is going to agree. So then if you add any level of controversy, big or small, it's going to be people who might not like that person. So this question makes zero sense. And it's only one answer he could give. And the answer he's going to give is the same answer that an athlete would give, that someone who produces content, a YouTuber, a content creator, any person that's public facing. It's only one answer. I can't worry about that. Like, some of these questions are such a waste of even asking it, because this just should be life understanding, should tell you it's nothing I can get from this. You're not getting no insight. They set themselves up for canned responses. This is a setup for a canned response. I just focus on what I can control. That's the only answer to this question. The only answer. He can't say, I'm going to go look and I'm going to be upset. I'm going to let it get to me. I'm going to feel some type of way. I'm going to try to win those people over. You're not going to get none of that. I can control what I can control. That's the only answer. Why even ask the question? Why? I salute Deshaun Watson. He's ready to get out of Cleveland. I like to see him go to the Cardinals. Cardinals is an opportunity. They're always looking for a quarterback. Okay, back again. Stand until the end this time. Welcome back, Shanithia. Nothing to do with football. All messy questions. Shake my head. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. How is he gonna win over the fans? Like, what? This work hard narrative that there are only 3 ways to work hard, which everybody does. Smart, which some people do, and a combination of both. Hard and smart, who works soft. Facts. Only a black person can ask Watson any questions. Man, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna cap it to only one race can ask some questions, but I just will hope that the questions will be better than this.
At the end of the day, I can't control what, people support. I think that's their own opinions. I think that all I can do is just put out the best person I am, showcase who I am as a person, as a player, as a teammate, and what I represent as an individual. So outside of that, I can't focus on, what the outside is saying or what they, I have no control over that other than just putting out the best, product that I can put out as a person and as a player.
So we've heard Deshaun have that canned response. We've heard Shedeur have that canned response. Dylan Gabriel have that canned response. We've heard Zion Johnson have that canned response. We've heard so many people have these canned responses, and it's because the type of question that they're asking. Catch it when you come back, Phaedra. It's the type of question that they're asking. To me, if I was in this position, if I asked a question that led to a canned response, I would review how I asked the question or if the question was worth asking, because if it's only going to get to a canned response and everybody wants to ask questions, then it's not worth asking. So, all right, let's play it.
Do you have any emotions with that? Obviously, like I know a lot of your teammates kind of spoke out about that, how
For sure.
Like frustrated they were. I mean, and kind of a real low moment for you. Do you have any strong emotions about that kind of some of that kind of reaction?
Yeah, I had.
This is Daniel Oyefusi with another question where I would say, this is 2 years ago. You're asking how he felt about when he got booed after he got injured. I mean, that last time I checked, I don't believe Daniel is white. And this question seems out of touch at this point. So that's why I wouldn't just put it to race. I think anybody can ask good or bad questions. I think it's their choice to ask a good or a bad question. To me, this is not a good question from Daniel. So
I had emotions at the time, but, you grow out of it.
Yesterday, Todd Monken said this competition is too close to call. Do you feel that way?
I just come show up every day, so I can't control, coaches. He's the head coach. He's the one calling the plays, and, he got to decide who he wants out there on the field. So at the end of the day, I got to just show up each and every day and be ready, and wait for my numbers called.
we, we don't gotta go deep. We don't gotta go deep down into that. But if you are going to differentiate Daniel being African, are you going to differentiate on the other side? It's just a question. It's just a question. Just a question. That's why, for me, this is why I'm not going to just bring it to, because the initial one was not differentiated based on this culture from this culture to this culture. It was straight up race. It was straight up race. Okay, so now, if we're going to say that he is African, what is everybody else? Are you going to go and spell it out for them too? I'm just saying, for me, it's a dangerous game to play when everybody is capable of asking bad questions. Everybody. Okay. So if he is African, what are the other people is what I'm asking. So that's it's just a bad question. I'll tell y'all, this is why I limit bringing in race and things like that into the situation, because it just adds an extra layer of complexity that you probably are not going to get the answer to. You're probably not going to get the answer, because then what happens when you say this person is of German descent? This person is Ukrainian. Are you going to go that far? Or are we just going to stay on the surface for this side, and then we're going to differentiate everybody on this side? That's what I'm getting at. Do you even have all this information available to you? So you see what I'm saying? Anybody can ask a good question. Anybody can ask a bad question. It is that individual who is choosing to make that decision. That's how I'm viewing it. That's me. It's not everything. It's not everything. It will limit you. It will put blinders up. It will limit you. I'll just say this. It'll limit you. That's what I'll say. I'll just say it will limit you. It will limit you. It will limit you. Because then what happens when you box somebody in and they don't act that way? I'll just say this. If you box people in, you're boxing them in with the good version of people, also the bad version of people. So I'll say this. If you are looking to box me in, don't box me in with none of the people who do things in a different way than I do things and live in a different way that I live, just because we got the same skin color. Don't box me in with the people who rob people, because I don't go rob people just because we have a similar skin color. Do you get what I'm saying? So I choose not to do that, and don't box me in with the lowest of the low, because that's usually what happens. People don't box you in. They don't put you in the positive boxes. They don't put you in the, he is great at studying. He's great at learning. That's not how they box you in. They only box you in these bad boxes. So don't box me in. Don't box me in. No, once you show me how you move, then I know which category to put you in. I agree with that. But how do you do that when you are highlighting a specific race? Are you putting everybody in that category in that box? Because if you're not putting everybody in that category in that box, then what are you doing? You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Some mistakes are forgiven while others will follow you the rest of your life. I agree with that. I agree. Ask real football questions if you want real answers. They were not ready to interview Deshaun, which speaks volumes to their preparation. Taking it back to Kobe. He's not worried about being in tough positions because he put in the preparation and had a confidence to do what he's supposed to do. Honestly, I'm giving Daniel grace. Everyone doesn't always get it right. Yeah, they don't always get it right, but they have moments that kind of show. Daniel's always been messy. People forget his history when he got more access under Coach Todd. I don't know. I didn't. All they do is ask messy questions to type a negative reaction off of it. They just hateful, never positive comes out of it. I agree. They do definitely lean into all negative. Daniel was one of the folks who said 2 was going to get cut. Just Google. D. Cameron Justice look white, but she is black. I can see why you would say that. Because what people will do is we here now, so let's have a conversation. People were trying to say that Drake isn't black, even though his daddy black. So I can see how some people could say that about Cam Justice, considering she is more light skinned. So I'm not gonna act like we didn't just watch that happen for 2 years in a row. People saying a person wasn't black when his daddy black. So I'm not gonna act blind to that. I'm not. I look at Daniel just like I look at a content creator. I just think there's no reporters in Cleveland that we like. Just bring in a new crop and let's go. Yeah, I think they got to do better. Most of Cleveland media went with the fake narrative from Coach Kevin versus watching 2 put in work. I agree with that. Yeah, Summer Foot, I'm there with you. I say, yeah, okay, because people will say that because you are light skinned. So I agree with you. Forget race. If you can't interview a report, then just go do something else. I agree with that as well. I noticed they didn't ask Deshaun really hard questions like they did with Shedeur. It could be because they haven't spoken to him in a long time and they didn't really know which approach to take, but I just don't think it was good. Bad people are everywhere. Intention matter. When your action speaks for themselves, I just see what they do. #NewCleveland. I agree. We no longer have journalists, just spin doctors who create narratives and maintain them. I agree with that, Flower Blue. This is a QB we are going to be paying till 2031. I don't see him playing for us after preseason. I don't really see it either. To me, it seems like Deshaun really doesn't want to be in Cleveland. He doesn't even like the fans. See, to me, I think he has reason to have issues with some fans. So people are seeing now, when a lot of people came to follow the Cleveland Browns, Deshaun was out. He was injured. People didn't like him. But Deshaun was never really, for the most part, Deshaun wasn't treated well by fans in Cleveland, wasn't received well. There was a small portion of fans who thought Deshaun was an upgrade over Baker. There was a lot of people who believe they should have kept Baker and paid Baker instead. A lot of people believe Baker or Deshaun is the reason Baker was gone. So it was a lot of hate towards Deshaun, and that's before we get into any of the off the field stuff with Deshaun. So they cheer for Deshaun when he got injured. So that stuff sticks with you. It sticks with you. Is a lot of hate going towards Deshaun Watson. So I can understand why if he is not, viewing the fans highly. I can see that. D, what question? He asked, I missed it. He asked, Daniel Oyefusi asked him about when he was hurt, how did it make him feel? And how is he now, after he went through that? Cameron is just like those features are black. I agree, but if you view her that way, are you willing to say that there might be other people who don't view her that way? I think that's the point. I don't get caught up on the way you view it. Think about the other side. Do you believe there could be people who would view her as not black, is what Semofo was highlighting? Daniel did say that about Shedeur. He was on UCSS saying he is a 5th rounder and being treated as such. I remember that as well. I'm light skinned, but I'm the blackest of black. I never mistook Cam for a white woman. I think it's easy to look at things through the lens of how you view it. But what Semofo was highlighting was look at it through the lens of other people. Could you believe other people could view her that way. I think that's the point that some motherfucker was making. The Cleveland media consistently moves in bad faith. I agree with that. I would not like people who booed me when I got hurt either. Facts. I've been in this sun, so I'm dirty red. Not dirty red. Hey, we here now. I'm the same way. So you can see, let me see. I tan a lot. You can see I tan from my watch. I get about 3 shades darker in the summer, so I tan as well. Browns are a QB-friendly team this year. Dominant defense, talented receiver room, improved offensive line. Even if we don't get a QB in the draft and Watson is gone, there will be plenty of options. I agree. Deshaun does have a reason to not like the fans, but Deshaun also played bad, so it's an understandable toxic relationship. Derek, that's a fact. Honestly, I would be happy for Deshaun if another team picked him up. Who wants to come to work with the manager who hates you? But you guys put good on the table. That's what Shedeur went through last year. He can't run from the embarrassment. It's going to follow him for the rest of his career. Leaving Cleveland won't change that. That's true, but it probably won't be covered the same. Shedeur next year will have another fight with the next Kyler Murray or veteran QB looking for a new home. If he plays well enough, I think if they bring in another vet, they'll just slide right into the second spot. Let him know, D. Thanks, big dog. I got you. I understood what you were saying. All right, let's get to Cam Robinson. I know that Cam Robinson's performance on the field was not up to par of what we expect from a left tackle. We're going to listen to his view of Shedeur. Shout out to Black Pearl. Sending me this. Let's just paint everybody green. It's only... All right, I'm getting to Cam Robinson. I'm getting to Cam Robinson. Let's hear how he views Shedeur.
Last question for Cleveland, and then I got a top 5 list I wanna ask you about. So that Browns quarterback room, because they don't get me wrong, Miles gone, they get Jerry Verse, and we both have talked about Jerry Verse.
For sure.
Monster.
You know how I feel about Jerry Verse. I ain't even got to. You know how I feel about him.
We are not monolithic people. I agree with that. All I know in the era of Shedeur, only bad things is gone. That is Stefanski. I didn't like him at all. Yeah, it was definitely time for him to go. All right, let's go. I think he's about to ask him a question about the quarterbacks now. I understand the point of what you said, but I don't know if they're as bad as him. I'll say that, Maurice.
He got the potential to be elite in that room with all them. Like, he already right there.
For sure.
So, but what about that quarterback room? Deshaun Watson back in the running to be the starting quarterback. Shedeur Sanders, somebody that you protected last year. What's your thoughts on Shedeur? What's your thoughts on that quarterback room?
I think it's a lot of. I honestly think it's talent in the quarterback room. I think what they gonna have to do is, and honestly, early they're gonna have to get the guy. Whoever I ain't there, so I don't know if it's gonna be Shedeur. I don't know if it's gonna be Dylan. I don't know if it's gonna be Deshaun. But they have to get a guy, and they have to. Everybody got to know he the guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what you want from your quarterback. You don't want that position to kind of be up in the air to where you kind of, you know what I'm saying? You don't know.
I'm gonna pause it right here. Sounds familiar to me. If they want the quarterback to have continued success for the entire season through the ups and downs, once they name the starter, they got to be named the starter for the year. It shouldn't be, oh, it's going to be the starter until, nope. Once you determine who the starter is, name the starter for the year. That's how I believe you get the most out of a player. You allow them to go through the ups and downs. It's going to be ups and downs. It's part of it. But you can't have the fear of looking over your shoulder that you will get benched or, you know, you're going to get pulled out the game if you make a mistake. You can't live in fear. You can't perform with fear. When they name the starter, this is our starter for the year. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see.
I think as a coaching staff and they're going to have to get the guy. And when they get the guy, you got to go with the guy. It can't be no looking back. It can't be no, it's kind of up in there. Nope, this our guy. This is what we doing. Let's get active.
Yep.
So I think that's honestly the biggest part of their quarterback room. Plenty of talent in there, though.
That's also not what they did last year. Let's keep it pushing.
What did you see from Shedeur in his rookie campaign?
You think they're asking them questions like that because they don't really care for him? I think some of the media could have issues with Deshaun. He just hasn't been available, hasn't been speaking with them or anything like that. I can see some of them having issues. I can see that. I can see some of them having issues with him. And it could, we're human. So, we want to keep it objective as much as we can, but, unconscious bias is a real thing and it could come into play. So I can see that. Name Shedeur the starter, give him the year to grow. I agree with that. Facts or they won't trust the process. I agree. Or just say, all right, y'all, I'm going to stop. All the players behind Shedeur, he got the team. That is for sure. Everyone knows it. Deshaun knows too, got it. He will be a good backup. Yeah, I don't have no problem. No one functions with having to look over their shoulder. I agree with that.
I don't know. His shit probably just in his blood, but bro, it's his confidence. And it's not arrogant. It didn't come off to me as like an arrogance, but bro, he just breathe. You feel it. You breathe. He breathe. Like, you know what I'm saying? When he come in the huddle, he come in the locker room, he come in the huddle for the walkthrough. You kind of feel his aura kind of, and that's contagious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
especially for young guys. So you feel his confidence and you feel he don't feel it's nothing that he can't do, which is a great mindset to have. As long as you understand that it's always something for you to get better at and it's always something to work on. But at the same time, you got the mental makeup of, ain't nothing, I can do this shit. Like, it ain't nothing to get it done. I just got to get it done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm able to do it.
I like the way he broke that down, and I just give you a little backstory. When I went to the Carolina Panthers preseason game last year, I got there early. You can get in 2 hours before the game. I got there more than 2 hours before the game, so I got in the gates as soon as the gates opened. Just wanted to see things on the field, wanted to see the players, all those things. I took a bunch of pictures, and I wanted to put a blog together. I never got around putting it together, but Shedeur just moved the stadium and moved the room. He moved the room. So when Shedeur was walking around the field in warmups, it was like all the eyes in the stadium was on him in warmups. Wherever he was moving to, even after the game was over, he was down on the field. He was talking to Doughboy. I think he was talking to Doughboy. He was talking to the baby on the field. Then he was talking to Boog. He was taking pictures with people. And Bucky got a good video of his video he put out of that game. After the game, he shows a lot of it. Fun fact, I'm in Bucky's video that he put out after that preseason game in Carolina. I'm in the back and I have a picture. The funny thing is, maybe I'll put it together on the break. But I have a picture or video of me videoing from the stands and Bucky videoing into the stands where you can see me in the back of his video. If I get time to do something with it, I'll do something with it so y'all can see it. But it's true. People feel Shedeur's presence. That's that confidence. We're going to keep going back to confidence. We're going to keep going back to it. People have to believe in you to put out their best. If they don't believe in you, they don't put out their best. So they believe in Shedeur, he's going to get their best. Bro said you feel it in the air. QB1, Shedeur, wrist up. Prime tried to tell y'all he got that motion. I seen it in person. I seen it in real life. Two never walks around looking over his shoulder. He wasn't raised like that. He already said, be greater, get out the way, #NewCleveland. I don't believe he views it like that. But last year, I believe all 4 quarterbacks were looking over their shoulder based on how the head coach ran things. And we see that head coach is no longer here. So even if I don't look over my shoulder, if you put me in a position where you're going to pull people if they make mistakes, it's inevitable. Everybody's human. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's human. We'll be in the playoffs. #NewCleveland. I believe we got a shot. I'm not going to call playoffs early. I'm going to let things play out. But I definitely see our floor as 8 wins, and we definitely going to win more than the Funky Parakeets. Definitely going to win more than them. All right, let's get Shedeur. We got two times. We got Shedeur Presser, and then we're going to get a little bit of the Shedeur interview with Andrew Siciliano. All right, let's go. Shedeur Presser.
I'm a man of my words. if I say I'm dedicating everything I have.
Last year, no QB on this team had a chance to win. I agree. You had too many things working against you. D, get in my TV room this year for the playoffs. Hey, I like the way y'all talking. If not for the money, we wouldn't be dealing with this. Ownership should have moved on or have the fortitude to go with the future. Hashtag 2 QB1. It was just something I knew that. I don't know when I said it, but once I looked at the cap hit, and I said, if you look at the cap hit that you would take for cutting Deshaun Watson, and then you got to pay another vet, effectively that vet was going to cost you like $90 million. I knew that at that point Deshaun was going to be on the roster. So even if we got a deal on a vet like $10 million, I think at the time if we cut Deshaun Watson before June 1st, I'm pretty sure his cap hit would have been $81 million. Don't quote me, I could be wrong, but I think it was $81 million. So to move on from Deshaun and to get another vet in the room, that would have been $91 million for a backup quarterback. Nobody's making that decision. Once I saw that, I said, "Oh, Deshaun's gonna be here." So I don't have any issues with Deshaun being here. They get along well. They have a relationship, like Deshaun said later on in his presser. So I don't have no issue with it. No issue with it. No issues. The dirty birds, the dirty pigeons, for real. Dirty parakeets. All right, let's see. All right, let's get to Shedeur.
I have to be great, and that's just what I'm gonna do. So, I think now you can understand I'm a man of my word a little bit more.
Shedeur, as far as on the field as a quarterback, what what's the way Todd maybe has helped you and benefited you the most in what you do on the field?
I'd say relationship. I never want to let my coaches down at all at any point. You know, even if it may look like a good day, if I know internally like it's a couple things I messed up on, it's just a relationship. That's what I'm based off of, and that's what I appreciate a lot. All these coaches, you know, having that relationship, and we know everything coming from like a get better standpoint, you know, and just being able to talk. So if I miss a throw out there, it's like, dang, I don't even want to talk to the coach. I'm like, I let him down, you know.
The Dolphins split it over 2 seasons with Tua, so they did take a very big cap hit. But also Tua did not have a good relationship with Miami. He didn't have a good relationship with Miami. We could detour and look it up real quick. Let's look it up. We can look it up real quick. Okay, so 2026 cap hit for Tua was $67.4 million. The cap hit for Tua in 2027 is 31.8. Close but no cigar. So if the Cleveland Browns cut Deshaun Watson, they would trigger an NFL record dead cap charge of over $131 million if done before June 1st. You heard that? Double what Tua's cap hit would have been this year. Double. Also, if they use after June 1st, it would have been $70 million. $70 million. So, when they restructured his deal, lowered his 2026 cap hit to $35.76 million this year. So, close, but double. So you can't really compare it. It's part of the reason, like, it's part of the reason why you can almost see some of this stuff play out. It's just it's just not financially feasible. So I I just knew it wasn't going to happen. That's why I put it out there. And you got to look at Kyler Murray. They took a big cap hit on Kyler Murray. Organization had issues with him. Miami, organization had issues with Tua. Tua was saying stuff on the podium last year, had to go back and apologize to the team. Deshaun Watson has a better relationship with the organization in Cleveland than I would say Tua had with Miami and Kyler Murray had with the Cardinals. So if you got to get him out the building. Tua, you got to get him out the building. Kyler Murray, you got to get him out the building. Relationship is not there. Teammates don't believe in him. They causing a ruckus. Deshaun Watson, massive cap hit, and he has a relationship with the organization. He gonna be there. So when a lot of people were saying get rid of the entire QB room, I was like, it's never gonna happen. Get rid of Deshaun Watson, it's not gonna happen. So just looking at the numbers. Two been working out. Cleveland might have a problem. No problem. No problem. Better come correct. Now there will be no problem. Hashtag New Cleveland. Speaking of the parakeets, ATL told him they Joe Jackson, so he better get right. Oh no. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, the ATL. They keep hating on the NFL rookie year record like it doesn't exist. These people are just funny. Yeah, they don't want to face the reality. A lot cheaper along with the concussion issues. I agree. Huge difference. I like that because I'm real light, and I like that answer. That was great. That's the deal that keeps on giving, shaking my head. Is that hit worse than the hit the Broncos took when they let Wilson go? Let's look it up. The Denver Broncos took a $53 million cap hit in 2024 and a $32 million cap hit in 2025. So, just different. They took $85 million over 2 seasons. $85 million over 2 seasons. So, the cap amounts, they were large and the biggest at the time, but it was a reason why I was like, Deshaun gonna be here. So those are the numbers behind it. Let's get back to Shedeur.
But I think that's just how we all feel on this team. Like we love Coach Monken and all the coaches that's with him.
No problem. It's easy to say that when it's not your money. That's a fact. And then you got to go spend more. Hey, you just throw somebody money, flush somebody money down the toilet, set their money on fire, then just say go spend some more. You got it. It's like, come on now. Don't reach in my pocket and spend my money.
How would you assess the way the competition is going with you and Deshaun?
I don't think I'm a judge. I'm not a judge.
So, Todd made it sound like yesterday,
I really like Shedeur's answers to the competition question, and I'm going to expand on it. I believe this follow-up is about that. Then I'm going to give my take on it.
the competition is going to continue in the training camp. So how do you prepare yourself, either mentally and physically, for coming back 6 weeks from now and duking it out for that spot?
See, I think the way how y'all look at things is different than how we look at things. We look at coming to practice every day being the best player we can be as an individual and as a good teammate. Y'all look at it as like a competition. It's like that's not really nothing I'm just focused on. I'm focused on developing as a player, like doing everything, getting as comfortable as I can in the offense and the scheme and playing with that confidence I had. So I think that's all I'm really looking for and trying to improve every day, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Like, I'm just trying to be a better person every day. And wherever that falls into place, it'll fall into place.
So I saw comments about that statement that Shedeur made, and people said, oh, you should lean into the competition. And one thing I realized is people have limited amount of experience in pressure-packed situations. limited amount of experience in pressure packed situations. So the more pressure you have on you, the simpler you have to break it down so you don't get caught up in the small things. You cannot get caught up in the small things. So if you've never been in a pressurized situation, you would say, Deshaun made a good throw, let me go make a good throw. You will be getting caught up in the small things. Instead, if you've been in pressurized situations, you just view it through the lens of, if I'm just the best version of myself, I never have to worry about the competition. The competition never has to come into my mind because I believe that much in myself. I believe so much in myself, the competition never has to come into my mind. I never have to think about it. A lot of people interpreted this the wrong way. Let's go back. Let's go back to Kobe. Here we are. Kobe, how do you look ice cold in situations that would maintain pressure or other people wouldn't be able to handle them the same way? Let's listen to Kobe. Full circle moment, everyone.
And the greatest ones, right?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Like, it's, to me, the mentality is a really simple one in the sense that the confidence comes from preparation. You know, so when the game's on the line, I'm not asking myself to do something that I haven't done thousands of times before, right? So when I prepare, I know what I'm capable of doing, I know what I'm comfortable doing, and I know what I'm not comfortable doing. Right? And so in those moments, if it looks like I'm ice cold or not nervous, it's because I've done it thousands of times before. So what's one more time?
What's one more time? It's in the preparation. It's in the preparation. So a lot of people assume Shedeur was not acknowledging the competition or acting as if the competition doesn't exist. That is not the case. They have limited understanding. He is not being distracted by something small that doesn't matter to the outcome. So sometimes when I'm streaming, I might say, dang, this looks different. Something might look different on my stream. I can allow that to throw off my stream, or I could just roll with it. That is all he is saying. So people with limited experience in pressurized moments did not understand what Shedeur was saying. People never played sports, did not understand what he was saying. When he said that, I understood it perfectly. Don't get caught up in the small things. If I'm just the best version of myself, the results will play out. Right past people's heads. They missed it. Airplane blew right past them, y'all. Pew! Right past them. They couldn't comprehend. No compadre. they couldn't get it. Just like Shanithia said, track athletes say it all the time. I am running against my best time. Facts. Of course you're in a race. That's so surface level. We know you're in a race. But if I beat my last time, I'll get the results I'm looking for. That is all Shedeur is saying here. He is exposing the mindset of greatness. People are missing it. People are missing it. I thought this was very clear. I was like, this is the thing y'all want to bring up? Okay. Okay. The mic says Shedeur should start acknowledging that he is in a quarterback competition. He should be more like Baker, shaking my head when he is humble. Y'all don't like it if he is confident. He is cocky, diabolical. Facts. People want drama, and Shedeur is looking for simplicity and improvement. That's how you improve. What's the book I talk about the most? Atomic Habits. They don't tell you in Atomic Habits to get 100% better every day. They tell you to get 1% better daily, to stack. You stack the wins. Over the course of a year, you'll see how much better you are. That is what the British cycling team did. They lost for 75 straight years. They got better at the small things. They worked on getting the best sleep. They worked on getting the best recovery. They worked on having being aerodynamic. They worked on all those things so they can win before they were able to dominate. All of it. So that's the part people miss. Hey, check out Atomic Habits. If you haven't read it, read Atomic Habits. Read Atomic Habits. It's a very good book. Very good book. It will change your perspective on how to improve. It will change it. Whether it's Kobe hitting a jump shot or Tiger Woods seeking a putt, shut out the noise and keep focused. Facts. Remember, so are you humble? Shedeur retorted to the reporter. What do you mean? The reporter was caught off guard. He was. You don't have to diminish someone to be successful. Facts. Championships are won in preparation, not in competition. Talk to him, Jimi Hendrix. Talk to him. D, you give them too much credit. They didn't even notice that. Be great or get out the way. A way better mic dropping moment right there. Hey, you know what's funny? When he said that, I didn't think of Shedeur. You know who I thought about? I thought of Jerry Judy. I'm sorry. I thought of Jerry Judy when he said that Donnie Kings. I thought of Jerry Judy. That's what I thought of. When you rush through something, you miss something. That's a fact. I listen to a lot of different type of artists. Central C is an artist that I like. His mantra is you can't rush greatness. You can't rush greatness. You can't rush it. You can't rush it. All right, let's listen to some more.
We've seen Todd not afraid to just, if there's a mistake, pre-snap or whatever, he'll stop the play and make you guys reset. He coaches you up hard during practice. Just, what is that? I guess what's your view of that? How much does that help you when you have a head coach that's not afraid to set expectations in the middle of a practice like that?
Seems like something familiar I was used to. It seems like a guy that I'm real familiar with. So I enjoy it. I definitely like his expectations he has for us, and it gives you no choice but to be great or to get out the way. I think it's just that simple.
Folks, we got another one. Right past him, y'all. I'm happy I got my airplane on. Right past him. It went right past him. It went right past him. They missed it. Just like an airplane. They flying over top of us all the time. People miss it. They don't even recognize it. The funny thing is they're talking to air traffic control the entire time and people miss it. He started smiling as the question was being finished. They missed it. They always want a Coach Prime quote. They always want a Coach Prime story. They always want to talk about what Coach Prime is doing. How did you miss that? Remember, we don't know if he wants to be coached by anybody but his dad. He has to play for his dad. Maybe he got special treatment from his dad. Well, as we would do if Tessa got here.
Well.
Maybe, just maybe, I don't know, just maybe he appreciates the tough, clear coaching more than the vague leadership and direction that he got last year, or lack of communication last year. It reminds him of what he's experienced before with his dad. They missed it. Blowing right past him. Hey, it went right past them. They didn't even catch it. They still ain't caught it. They not gonna notice this until I put the clip out. when I put the clip out, that's what they gonna notice. Oh, gosh darn it! That was our chance. We could have got him to say something about Coach Prime. We missed it. Day late and $1 short. Also, shout out to Donnie Kings. The second part of that quote. The second part of that quote, be great or get out the way. Be great or get out the way. And like I said, I must confess, all I heard was Jerry Jeudy, because you got Denzel Boston ready to prove that he should have went higher. You got Casey Concepcion ready to show that he is a dog. You got these young guys. They're ready. So that's the first thing I heard when I heard the end of that quote. Right past them, y'all. They just missed it. All right. I was about to say something. I'm not. I'm gonna keep it to myself. Let's keep it pushing. Go check out this full thing if you haven't watched it. Excuse me. Still here, but I still have not gotten it. For real. Right past him. All right, let's get to Shedeur's interview with Andrew. Let's go.
Talk about football in a second. Let's talk about your offseason, man.
And they would know about special treatment, having been beneficiaries of special treatment for centuries. Facts. When you get poor coaching followed by good coaching you value and are more receptive to it, this will probably feed his growth the rest of his career. I agree. 2 was dropping daddy quotes. He was facts. They missing it. They'll just ask him about it in 6 months so he can say, y'all still talking about this? For real. For real. David Terrell listening, he says, hello. David was Tom Brady's main receiver at Michigan and the Bears' first-round pick in 2000. Shout out to you, Dr. Clyde Marshall. Shout out to you, David Farrell, for tapping in. It's a testament to understanding entertainment and what I do every day. Someone who has success in the field that I'm covering now to tap in. So I appreciate you. Thank you for tapping in. Let's get to the interview.
Man, yeah, Boulder, graduation. You've been wearing out the card reader here in the building, here more than anybody. Like, have you had a break? They say there is no off season. Have you had a chance to breathe the last couple of months?
I'm waking up every day. That's enough breathing for me.
But you feel good coming into minicamp, right? You feel like that work's paying off, don't you?
Another one they missed.
I don't really focus on like the result of things. I just focus on like the day-by-day process. Then whatever happens, happens.
I'm not going to do y'all like that and play the Kobe thing again. But I just want y'all to see we tied this whole thing together. Put a bow on it. Worry about the preparation. The preparation is more important than the outcome. The outcome will be the outcome. You get outcomes based on preparation. If you remember, at the very beginning of this thing, I said, Jared Verse on Monday. I said, Andrew Berry going on 92.3 The Fan on Monday. Why? I need to prepare for it. So, just another one that they missed. They missed it. No discipline, no accountability can leave you confused when you're used to structure. That's a fact. What happens when kids have a teacher who is stern and then the substitute teacher come into class? If that substitute teacher from the very first moment isn't as stern as the teacher is, they're gonna run all over that substitute teacher. This one made me laugh. They needed ears for that and still not catching it. My dad always used to say, best day of my life whenever I ask how he's doing. Man, talk about the mindset. Shout out to your dad, Britt. Think about that mindset. Hey, I'm right there with you, Shanithia. I love that. I'm disappointed in ears. He never caught one thing, going right past him. BEB, you can hear what Shedeur is saying. I know. Because those ears hear everything, and everything in a 20-mile radius. It went right past him. I used to think Shiloh was more like Dion, but it's actually Shedeur. That's facts, Shanithia. That's facts. I think Shiloh has the impersonations down, but the seriousness of Coach Prime, that is the seriousness of Coach Prime is Shedeur all day. He's given a lot by giving him very little, for real. I could tell Shedeur knows Andrew has a forked tongue. He's polite but distant with him. He was a lot more open to him, I believe, in his first interview last year. This one, I said what I said. All right, next question.
Let's get to the most important thing. Where'd you get that horse head?
What you talking about?
From Monk, the gift you gave to Coach.
You still talking about that?
No one's asked you about it, have they?
Yeah, that was so long ago. I done forgot about the horse head. I was about to go buy a real horse last week.
A real one?
Yeah, I was about to buy a real horse last week.
Laughing
we building a horse stable at home, so I was about to get a black horse.
And you actually put him on the black horse?
No, I don't know. But nah, really, what was behind that was honestly, like, so when I was younger, my aunt, I think, extended family.
Okay.
They shipped me, they was in the horses, they shipped me a nice horse head, and I'm like, dang, this is crazy. So I remember from my memories, and I'm like, dang, like, I know because Mike can like horses and stuff, and I'm like, dang, I ain't even like horses like that, but I remember that gift. So I'm like, all right, that's a real cool gift. So then I just looked, found a horse head, and sent it.
And you loved it, so that's why I'm asking about it.
Yeah, I think it's more about like sentimental things. Like people was trying to paint it like I'm threatening Coach. Who would do that?
I don't think that's what that was.
Yeah, I ain't Scarface, and I ain't Godfather.
You spoke before about it's not about competition, it's about team building.
Yeah.
How do you feel the team building is going here as we get ready to break for a month before training camp?
I think it's real amazing. I think the team, we got togetherness for sure, and we're gonna keep that going in the off season. We're all gonna get together at some point and be able to get work in, you know, and build those relationships even more. So I'm excited for that.
What do you think of?
I like that Shedeur was able to fully answer that question about the horse head. He did his research on Todd Monken, and that's how he knew Todd Monken was in the horses. Todd Monken did a good job of not putting it out there initially that he was in the horses, which shows which shows he did his research on Todd Monken. So I thought that was really good. He recalled back to something he remembered getting as a kid, also getting into horses. So I'm glad he was able to put that to bed. They ran that thing into the ground about the horse head. It was just ridiculous. Glad we passed that. Andrew's at a side angle. It's hard to see his satellites. I saw that when he said that, Keith Hunt. I was trying to keep a straight face. See, just stupid questions come from anyone at any time. Talk to him, Shanithia. That was my point that I was making earlier. They could come from anybody. Anybody is capable. Shedeur has Deion's mindset because he was the only one of Deion's kids who spent the most time with his dad. Yeah, it's just Coach Prime is just seeping through his pores. Ears might have had wax build up that day. Something. Ears was going around spreading rumors, huh? I don't know. Enlighten me if it was other situations that I might not be familiar with. Or was it something he said like on other podcasts, which I know he did a couple podcasts.
The new rookie class, specifically the two guys you're throwing to.
They're amazing. Those guys are really amazing. I think that seeing what they could do in their first year, first couple month maybe, is really, really exciting. I'm not gonna say I'm surprised because like that's what they did in college. Like I have that same expectation for them to carry it over, but I'm just happy they're able to get comfortable here in a new environment.
This is a really
I don't know if y'all been noticing. There is a theme. There's a couple of themes that we are hearing from players to coaches, position coaches, head coaches. We are hearing mindset. We're hearing you're going to work hard. We are hearing you get the opportunity to be comfortable coming in as a rookie. We're hearing about the communication that's happening. We're hearing about it, y'all. they are highlighting the differences with how things are ran this year and last year. Another thing Todd Monken said that I want to highlight for y'all. I want to highlight Todd Monken saying no veteran days. Vets don't get days off, y'all. It was something I tried to tell y'all about Joe Antonio. He was going and not practicing. He was not practicing. That's not going to work for Todd Monken. If you can't practice and be out there with the guys and dress, you're not going to be able to play. So that's why they said, oh, it came down to his body not allow him to do it, because you got to be out there. You got to be out there. You got to be out there putting in the work. So definitely shout out to Coach Monken. But hopefully y'all are seeing all of this talk and all of this information. We are seeing the infrastructure is built different. The infrastructure is built differently, y'all. It's built for success. Built for success. Judy probably wanted a vet day and wondered why he didn't get it. Ain't no more vet days. No more vet days. None. They finished. Finito. Shout out to Keith Hunt, Jersey in the building. Let's start here.
You don't understand.
You don't understand.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
Shout out to Keith Hunt, Jersey in the building. I appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much. Hashtag summer break. Summer break is close. We got one more stream for y'all. We got one more stream. We got a Monday stream. We're going to do some fun stuff. I kind of thought about when I was leaving the 4th grade. And when I was leaving the 4th grade, you had that last day. Y'all basically didn't do nothing. Y'all played outside. Y'all rode bikes in school. Y'all was doing all type of fun stuff. That's kind of the theme of Monday stream. A little bit of football, and then a lot of us just, commemorating the year. So shout out to Keith Hunt. I appreciate you. Thank you for all your support. Shout out to you and your wife. Jersey in the building. Jersey in the building. Come to Off the Record D, where we going to read your super chats. Your voice is going to be heard. Shout out to Shanithia. Let's get it right here.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
Shout out to Shanithia. I appreciate you. I appreciate all your support. Summer break. Hashtag summer break. I'm ready to see the upcoming season. I'm ready to see the upcoming season as well. We're going to do this thing one last time on Monday. Then we're going to go for summer break. I encourage y'all to enjoy yourselves, get outside, get some sun. If you enjoy the sun, get by some water. If you enjoy being by the water, go jump on a slip and slide. Go enjoy yourselves because it's going to be an action-packed season, and it's going to be all about football real soon, everybody. Real soon. So just get ready for it. Just get ready for it. Thank y'all so much for your support. I appreciate you. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Let's catch up on the chat before we wrap this thing up and get out of here. So y'all can enjoy y'all weekend. Where we at? Judy having a sore hammy, sat out the last day there. He did. They're out of pocket. They keep calling him by his first name and last name. They never call him Coach Prime. What is that about? I think it's a thing to be disrespectful. So I always try to call him Coach Prime. I try my best. Marie, what's going on? When did you sneak in? What's going on, Marie?
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
Excuse me. Yeah, that reporter asking those questions made a comment when interviewing Todd Monken about the horse head, so Shedeur put him on notice. Yeah, I heard your reference to The Godfather. Got him. That's a fact. I forgot that he said, oh, yeah, that was like a Godfather thing. I remember. Good memory. Welcome in, Marie. Welcome in. I think Boston has that Mike Evans in him. I agree. Tessa said one word, op. Slow and calculated when he answers questions. Very smart young man. That's a fact. That's a fact. If y'all notice, if it's something I prepared for, I'll just go through it. But if it's something that I just don't want to mess up and I want to be mindful of my words, I even do that. I'll slow down when I'm speaking on certain subjects because I want to be mindful of my words. Make sure I articulate myself the way I'm intending to. Hey, everyone. Happy Friday. What's going on, Marie? What's going on? I got something for you, Marie. I got this for you.
Let's get ready to rumble!
What is going on, Marie? Batonio was Stank Nasty golf buddy when it comes with special privileges. Yeah, he wasn't practicing. He was not practicing. 2 is going to Dallas to train. He always goes off season, always first in Miami on vacation training in the sand there. Cam will be there. They have the same trainer. And Miami is a place. If y'all watch Stud's video when they went up to Toronto, Miami is a place that you can go and relax and chill and kind of be left alone. So I think that's part of the reason why Shiloh likes it there. I think that's part of the reason why they go down there as well. So it's a place where you can get kind of some peace as long as you're not in the touristy spots. D, how many weeks will the stream be on summer break? I haven't decided yet. I've been kind of going back and forth with that. Hopefully the Browns put out when training camp is going to start so I can give you all a better answer. I know it's at least going to be after the holiday. So after the 4th of July. So at least 2.5 weeks for now. But we're going to see when training camp is going to start. It's going to be close to the start of training camp. So even if it's a little bit longer, I have some ideas, some stuff I'm going to do with Patreon. Patreon has a live streaming function, so I'm going to be working on the Patreon live streaming over there. So there might be some cool things that I do on Patreon. They might be sports related. They might not be sports related. So I'll keep y'all updated on Patreon, and I'll also use the YouTube community tab for everybody that's not a part of Patreon just to keep y'all informed on when the stream will be returning. But so far, just prepare to be after the 4th of July holiday. Prepare for that. Appreciate that, Jimi Hendrix. Another great show. That horse head bugged. It did bug him. It bugged them a lot. They couldn't figure it out. They could not figure it out. Hopefully y'all enjoyed another stream. This was another great stream in the books, everybody. Another good one. Another good one. Did you do the Denzel movie marathon yet or for the break? I'm going to watch them on the break. Brent. Then I'll let you know what I think about them. I'll probably hit you up on X and let you know what I think about them. I'll let you know once I get to them, but it's definitely going to be on the break. But we got one more. We got one more stream. We'll be streaming Monday at our regular time on Monday. Shout out to everybody who supported the stream. Shout out to Mofo. Shout out to Donnie King. Shout out to Ms. Brown. Shout out to Keith Hunt. Shout out to Shanithia. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Monday stream, we're going to have some fun. Probably going to play some games. I got some ideas for some games that we can play. So we're going to have some fun on Monday. A little bit of football, more so like a send-off before we go on summer break. So we're going to do some fun things, play some games, do some things with theme music, songs. I got some stuff for y'all. So enjoy your weekend. Protect your peace, everybody. I'll catch y'all on Monday before we kick it off for summer break. Peace, everybody.
Look at what I did. Look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Ready my check, I ran on my bag.